All right. Am I streaming? Let's make sure everything's coming through. I hear guitar. Let's make sure everything's coming. Yeah, it looks like my voice is coming through too. Looks like the guitars could be a little bit louder though, eh? Just a little bit. Wait, so how do I do it? Filters? Turn up the gain a little bit. Sounds good? Okay, good. We got it! We did it! So how's it going, man? Are you as bored as I am online? Holy fuck, there's like nothing on. I'm sitting here, all of a sudden I'm getting fed all this stuff about sardines and shit like that. It almost talking me into eating like fucking 3 cans of sardines a day. I'm just like, what good is this? I'm like, it actually sounds kind of yummy. I've never eaten a sardine before though. Isn't it like fucking bones and brains and everything in there? Like just straight up fish guts and ass hole and the whole 9? Is it terrible? It is canned fish files. Fish files? Yeah, I don't know. It almost looks good, but it almost the idea of like the texture might be a little fucky, like a little bit too wrong in my mouth. It might just suck like horribly is what I'm thinking. I gotta warm up on my guitar here. They just picked it up. First time I picked it up all day, yeah. There's a channel that reviews canned fish. Really? It's called something like that. I ate sardines when I was a kid, but strangely enough, I can't do them anymore. How come? You've had too many of them, or? And how many cans a day did you eat? Like this doctor's talking about eating like fucking 3 cans of sardines a day for 5 days, and it's supposed to be like really good for you or something. Like, I mean, I could definitely use some help with my shoulder with the old arthritis bullshit, because holy fuck, it's just locked up. When I sleep, it's like I can't just, like, usually I sleep on my side, right, my left side, kind of, you know, because it's like just the way your bowels sit and all that. It just makes sense. But it's like this shoulder seizing. It's kind of, so it goes in and it gets stuck. Yeah, and I end up in a lot of pain. I picked up a can of them and did them up like I used to. Hot sauce, oh, and took a bite. It was just like, no. Really? Your body was like, fuck this? It doesn't make sense anymore? No way. Yeah, they were talking about doing it with extra virgin olive oil and shit like that. Yeah, this doctor. And this one chick, it looked like she did a video that she said she did it for 21 days, but she ended up stopping towards the end. Said it was awkward. Some guy in the comments was saying, what was it? He said like day 3, my wife won't kiss me and my cat keeps following me around everywhere. he's like my coworkers have banished me to my car at lunch and shit like that. This cat follows him around everywhere he goes. Yeah, they were hard to finish, really. Could just be the quality dropped or something. They were saying that there's certain brands you shouldn't get because of the sourcing. Like, it's not, sometimes you get something good and other times it's mushy. Plus they said to avoid the mushiness, it's like you want to get it with all the bones and all the guts and everything, so that it's not further processed, you know, and stuff too. Yeah. I'm thinking of doing it. I'm thinking of trying it out. I'd be like a total, yeah. The whole idea though of the textures and stuff like that really freaked me out. But it's just like, I don't know. I got guts, so I'm gonna try it. I think. Yeah. I remember going for seafood with my ex-girlfriend years ago there, Crystal, and we went to this place here in Winnipeg, and I had octopus, like little octopus, you know, little ones, or whatever, I don't know what you would call them, little tiny little octopus things, and they were all deep fried in a batter, right? And they were chewy and they were kind of good, but they were weird and odd. And then I took all the batter off and forget it. I saw that little bastard and I was just like, I'm not eating that. Yeah. I still think about trying other brands just to see if it was brand or my taste just changed. King Oscar brand I've been considering. Really, eh? Should almost do like a video where you just try different brands and just see what they're like. You know, just to see. Just for fun. Yeah, too bad you don't live in Winnipeg. We could have collaborated right there. Yeah. That would have been cool. Actually, can't you use Discord for shit like that? Where it's like you could be on your camera phone or your camera or something, and I'd have your camera and audio, and we'd be able to taste test fucking fish from wherever you live to where I live. Doesn't that work like that? Discord? I don't know. I know they have video calling, but that's all I know about. Well, then that would work, I think. I think it would. We'll have to try that feature out, try and figure out, get it working, and then, I don't know, then yeah, we could like do something cool like that. There's only one video I see on my left side on the screen that actually is calling out to me. Only one. Only one. And it's because I'm super curious, and Ariana is starting to look a little bit rough, and I'm kind of curious because it looks like there's a short saying she's breaking her silence on her weight loss. And it's like, ooh, what's going on there? Here, let's have a quick peek because I'm curious. And it's been sitting there calling me.
Ariana Grande has called out body shamers after receiving a wave of criticism and speculation around her appearance.
Commenting on others' looks. There's a comfortability that people have commenting on that I think is really dangerous. And I think it's dangerous for all parties involved.
Throughout the
All
Wicked
parties.
press tour,
She's almost like she's threatening people, eh? I think it's fucking dangerous for all parties involved. And she pulls out a gun.
Ariana has faced numerous comments on her body from fans and the media who have raised concerns over her weight. Speaking on the Wee Wee Baguette web series, the singer was asked how she deals with constant scrutiny she faces around her body. Ariana takes a moment to take the question in and gets visibly emotional.
My goodness. I'm not gonna... It's okay. It's okay.
Ariana goes on to open up about her experience of being in the public eye from such a young age, and the media scrutiny that comes with that.
I've heard every version of it, of what's wrong with me, and then you fix it, and then it's wrong for different reasons.
Ariana went on to call out those who think it's okay to comment on another person's appearance.
And I think in today's society, there's a comfortability that we shouldn't have at all. commenting on others' looks, appearance, what they think is going on behind the scenes, or health, or how they present themselves, you know, from what you're wearing to your body to your
So
face
she's not
to
gonna say.
everything.
So she's not gonna say. She is not gonna say why she looks like that now.
Despite facing such criticism from the public, Ariana said she is now at a place where she can tune out that noise and focus on the things that matter to her most.
It's been a resident in my life since I was 17, and I just don't invite it in anymore. It's not welcome. I have work to do. I have a life to live. I have friends to love on. I have so much love, and it's not invited, so I don't leave space for it anymore.
But this isn't the first time Ariana has addressed the comments she's received on her looks. In April 2023, she took to TikTok to speak about people's concerns over her weight loss.
The body that you've been comparing my current body to was the unhealthiest version of my body. I was on a lot of antidepressants. And
The best part of this
drinking on
video?
them and eating poor.
The best part of this video is I get the solo over it. Wait, okay, oh no, she's talking about it. Wait. I was wrong. Okay, hang on. Back it up. She was actually saying something. Okay.
People's concerns over her weight loss.
The body that you've been comparing my current body to was the unhealthiest version of my body.
So she's saying she was more unhealthy then?
I was on a lot of antidepressants and drinking on them and eating poorly, and at the lowest point of my life when
So she was, when she looked healthier, she's saying that she was at the lowest point of her life and her health was bad then, but it's better now.
I looked the way you consider my healthy.
Once again, Ariana
So it's backwards, is what she's saying. So, in other words, she thinks she was fat because she was on antidepressants and drinking and eating fucked or whatever. You know what I mean? That's almost like, it's almost like, what's her name there? Oh fuck. What's her name again? The girl, super skinny, really sweet girl. She's like olive oil, you know, from Popeye. Fucking Cooney there. I want to say Geneva Cooney. I can't remember. Why can't I think of her name right now? But when she put some weight back on, she looked amazing. You know, she looked amazing. She looked like a girl. She's soft. She actually had something to her, but she saw that as something extremely negative. And it's just almost the same kind of thing. It's just the way that she's seeing herself, right? I guess she just really didn't want to look like the way she looked. Yeah. And it's like, it's weird that people almost get angry about it because, I guess because, you know, if someone idolizes somebody that's actually not eating well and that is not taking good care of themselves, then they may just go and make themselves unhealthy, right? But then there's, you know, just making someone feel bad too, right, for the way they look, and that could, it's all depending on what's going on, right? But I don't know. So she's saying that she's healthier now. Let's watch some more.
Ariana called for people to stop commenting on others' appearances.
I think we should be gentler and less comfortable commenting on people's bodies. No
Actually, she looks pretty good here. But, you know, lighting and that, she looks pretty good.
matter what.
Ariana Grande has
That,
called
though,
out body
you know-
shamers after receiving a
Yeah, but I mean, and you see that, and it's a Eugenia Cooney all over again, right? Sorry, Ariana. I don't mean to. I'm sorry. I'm just like fucking pointing her out, calling her out. No, we're just discussing the stuff that we see online. I'm not like, hey, let's go and fucking gang up on Ariana, you know? It's more like, let's just look at some shit and discuss the things that we see online. That's kind of the way I'm seeing it. I'm just a regular viewer, you know, so is my buddy Pre-Poster, and we're, you know, I'm nothing special. I'm not some big YouTuber that's going to go around and call people out or whatever. We're just like discussing what we're seeing. That's how I look at it. That's just kind of the way it is, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then I seen this video that looked at, whoa, is it gone? Shit, I should have saved it. but it was called The End of Imperfection or something like that. It was that black guy that we were watching last night. He was covering the oh, here it is. Jamal, aka Jamal. He was covering the underground bunkers. Remember that last night? She's backwards, Ariana. Yeah, like that's what I was thinking, that she kind of had it backwards. I mean, like, dude, I've gone through all kinds of shit like that myself. Oh, sure. You know what I mean? Like, I've been overweight. I've been too skinny. I've done all the things, and it's hard to figure out where you're supposed to be as far as, you know, what's healthy and what's not, because it's hard to see yourself through eyes that aren't like all masked up. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's just very difficult. It's hard to make heads or tails of what you look like through your own eyes. Very difficult to figure out. So I mean, I've been backwards too. Oh yeah, I knew when I was fat, but I mean, I didn't know when I was too skinny. At one point, I thought that I needed to get skinnier and skinnier. You know what I mean? And meanwhile, all I needed to do was just like put on some muscle and tighten up my muscle and stuff like that, because I was seeing my stomach area as floppy, but my whole body was way too skinny. You know what I mean? And I was thinking that if I just lose more weight, my stomach area would be tighter. But I mean, the problem is that I was losing muscle mass too, and so my skin was getting floppy, and any little bit of fat that was there was actually very accentuated. You know what I mean? Is that the right word? Shit jumps out at you. Yeah. So it made it very difficult to figure out what was going on. But, you know, you kind of get through it. You kind of figure it out. You know what I mean? Let's see what we got. So this is called Nobody Looks Human Anymore, and it's getting scarier reaction.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank you all so much for coming over, man. Got this video sent to me. The channel.
Thanks for welcoming me. Pre-Poster and I are happy to be here, and nice to see you again too. We're looking forward to your video.
Is Janae Danielle. Hopefully I'm saying that right. This video has over 2 million views. Now, with this title, I've done a video similar to this. It says, Nobody Looks Human Anymore, and it's getting scary. I told you, when you have like a woman speaking on this, and you know, I know they've been talking about like the surgeries that people be getting. Again, just want to let you know, you are beautiful, you are enough. The people who are held to these high beauty standards, it ain't real. It ain't real, man. So, a lot of them got the money to do what they want to do.
Let me know if my guitar holds it.
Faces, and
let me know pre-post your own volume levels if you notice certain things. If you need my guitar to get quieter, if you need him to be louder, or if something is too loud and distorted, you just let me know, and I'll make changes and stuff.
A lot of people don't, and a lot of people are going to these other places and getting surgery done to them, and it's been some pretty bad results, man. But hey, appreciate y'all coming over. You want to like and subscribe right now. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
I got my third facelift.
Are you happy with the results?
I kind of am.
You look great.
I know I'm shallow, but I am. No. Take a good look at the face.
Come on!
Jeez.
That is not Demi Lovato. That.
Wait.
Jeez.
She said she got her such and such facelift,
Third?
and he was saying that she looked great, but he looked like he was sitting there with some work done too. Let me see.
I got my third facelift.
Are you happy with the results?
Oh, you think you got some done too?
Yeah, I think, and that's another problem too, man. People be lying right to people's face. But I told you, all of these people are like in this big bubble, this celebrity bubble where everybody is doing it, and if you don't have any work done, you're going to be the odd one out. That's where we're at.
Kind of am.
You look
I know I'm shallow, but I am. Take a good look at the face. Come on.
That is not Demi Lovato. That Demi Lovato does not give me real person vibes.
Is it just me, or do other people get uncanny valley from people with a lot of plastic surgery? You don't look like a human being I see on the regular streets, and it's noticeable.
I am freaking out right now. I just saw a picture of Mandy Moore. Who is that?
If I would have went into a coma 5 years ago and woke up today, I wouldn't recognize 90% of Hollywood. What the hell is going on?
We've reached a strange point in beauty standards where the more perfect you look, the less beautiful you are. Wild take. But hear me out. Some of the most beautiful women in the world don't look like themselves anymore. They've become so snatched, so sculpted, so symmetrical, and now their faces all look perfect, but not in a good way. So let's get this straight. I'm kind of nervous about this video because the last thing I want to do is speak down on a woman's face. That's brutal, but something about the new standard face doesn't sit right anymore.
And I'm glad she said that. I'm glad she said that. You know,
This
one era,
whoa,
Selena
shit. Where did I go? Accidentally. I fucked that
for
up.
today. And in the early 2000s,
now,
Damn it.
some people.
good way. So let's get this straight. I'm
Picture of Mandy Moore. Who is
the more perfect you look,
There.
the
I was gonna, just the way it is. It's good. The audio is? Okay, good. I was gonna say, it's so much fun having my guitar actually in tune, because then I can like sit here and jam to any audio that comes up, and it challenges me to find the key really quick and jump into it and then lock in. Then my initial comment got popped. Did it really? No way. What was your initial comment? Maybe you can say it again. You know what I'll do? I'll pull up my Discord. That way we can, I can always, you can say, hey, go to your Discord, I said a thing. Yeah, we'll beat that algorithm. We'll get our discussion through no matter what. You know, we got other ways, YouTube. Other ways to do this. Claim offer. What? I don't even know. I don't know what that is. What is it? Get an exclusive nameplate when you join Nitro? Nah. Nah. Keep gambling. NBA. What is happening? What is all this? Are these games? CAZ is actually suggesting these. Kaz is suggesting me games. Okay, there, you can pop your thing into there then. Let's go back.
less beautiful you are. Wild take. But hear me out. Some of the most beautiful women in the world don't look like themselves anymore. They've become so snatched, so sculpted, so symmetrical, and now their faces all look perfect, but not in a good way. So let's get this straight. I'm kinda nervous about this video because the last thing I wanna do is speak down on a woman's face. That's brutal, but something
Proposer says, all I said is that these people getting this plastic surgery looked fine before, right? Now they have achieved an aesthetic downgrade. It's true, man. It's true, because again, it's like you don't see what other people see, you know? Like some people are you're going to look at yourself and you're going to think, these things about my, you know, the way my face look, are attractive to me, you know. So I think this is what attractiveness is, and these things about my face aren't, right? But you don't see yourself the way everybody else is. So everybody else looks at you and they see your mannerisms, they see the different expressions that your face makes and the way the light hits it different, and then they'll see like a whole bunch of what actually makes you attractive that you will never know about, you know what I mean? And so you can't make a very good decision on how to improve what you got, right? So you're sort of like taking, yeah, you see what I mean? It's like you can't really see the forest for the trees. It's a bit of a mix up. Yeah. Was it there are no features on this person in the video? None. This girl here on the right? Is that what you mean? Or both of them? Yeah, it looks like she got blanked out. Did you see the cool ass eyebrows that you can get now for makeup? It looks like hair. It's just like little stickers that you put on your face. Yeah. So girls are now just shaving off their eyebrows completely and then placing this on just right. It looks good. Makeup is a really awesome thing. It's a lot of fun to play with. I used to play with it a lot when I was, in different bands and stuff. Yeah, I did theatrical makeup and everything. I loved it. It was fun. It's like, well, it's artwork, eh? Yeah. For years, I wore like the smudged black eyeliner type thing throughout the goth era, and after that, it took a long time for like when I finally stopped, with that whole look. It took forever for the stains from wearing the shit all the time to go away. Like it took forever. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
About the...
Never did makeup, not even in the goth days. No? If I wasn't like... I guess if I wasn't a musician, I probably wouldn't have been doing that. Really? I don't think so. But it was just because, being a performer and that, it kind of came with the territory. But other than that, I probably would have been the same as you. I just wouldn't have bothered. Yeah.
New standard face doesn't sit right anymore.
And I'm glad she said that. I'm glad she said that. Because I think one of the biggest issues is like how young a lot of these girls are that are getting stuff done. Because they're trying to look like their idols.
But the makeup in goth was kind of an oddball thing that took off in the 80s. Then it became the look. Yeah, and people forgot goth was music, not an aesthetic. Yeah, it's true, right? It's true. Now it's just an aesthetic. If you, and I think they're called alt girls, alternative girls. It's like, I think so. There's like goth, and then I think alternative is the same thing. I think so. Let's find out what the hell it is, actually. What is the difference between goth and alt? These are the results. Okay, alt, alternative, is an umbrella term for non-mainstream subcultures including goth, emo, scene, and punk. Goth is a specific music-based subculture focused on dark, romantic, and macabre aesthetics. Hey, that's a good way to describe it. I never even thought of that. It is. The romantic and dark romantic and macabre aesthetic. Yeah, and I'd say the romantic thing, it had a lot to do with the vampire shit, right? Yeah, for sure. While all the goths can be considered alt, not all alt styles are goth, as alt covers a broader range of styles. Oh, no way. Definition: alt is a broad category encompassing various fashion and music styles that exist outside the mainstream, such as grunge, punk, metal, and emo. Goth is a distinct subculture originated from post-punk music in the late 1970s and 1980s, defined by a specific morbid and romantic aesthetic. No fucking way. As far back as the late 1970s, early 80s. Yep, you got 3 posters. Yep, it sounds about right to you, eh? Yeah, that makes sense, eh? If you think about it, early 80s was like that. And look at Boy George. Remember that motherfucker? I wonder what happened to him. He was like probably one of the first trans that we'd ever seen back then. Yeah, and he was cool though. Yeah, he was, you know, I mean, I accepted it kind of. Yeah, I thought it was a little weird, but fuck, he was great. I mean, great artist, and so it's just I let it go. Yeah. Bajas get a lot of credit with establishing goth, but it's contest to say that the least. But it's contested to say the least. Bajas, Bahus. What is that? I'm curious. Did you know we did about like a 7-hour stream last night, dude? Yeah, we did. Mostly it was you, me, and Coward, and then or I think his name was, that came in too. Oh, dude, look up Baja's hair of the dog. Okay, let's do it. Bajas. Oops. Bajas. Oh. Hair of the dog. Let's check it out. Hopefully I don't get a copyright strike. I got totally... My video got completely banned because I was showing off cats. The great cats stuff. Ooh. Ooh. I told you so. That's awesome. It's an E. Oh, wow. That's cool, dude. Okay, I better stop playing it just in case I get in trouble there. That is fucking cool. I like that. Okay, I gotta remember that then. Yeah, and I'll go back and I'll listen to more of it. Yeah, that's fucking cool. Was it? Yeah, that was awesome. I like that. Fucking Hair of the Dog by Bajas. Wow. Well, let's find out some more.
It's crazy, man. Now, some people get stuff done, and it may look okay. It may look okay. They may not go overboard. It may not even look noticeable.
Would you ever get plastic surgery? If you're a performer and you wanted to like look your best and all the things and you were getting older and shit like that? I'm pretty lucky right now. I could look a lot worse. Like again, you know, I'm over half a century old. God, that's wild, eh? I'm over half a century old. Fuck. Yeah, I could look worse, so was it not to change my appearance if it was leak, constructive, or something probably. Just to like fix shit, eh? Like if you need an overhaul in some way, like a third arm. Can you imagine getting a third arm? Just getting it donated to you, it's just sticking off your chest. Just walking around with a floppy arm attached to your chest. This is cool, this is what looks good. It's running around with that. Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't do it, I don't think, no.
But I'm talking about the ones that go all out. Like...
Literally. And there's young girls growing up all around the world thinking that this is right. We're going to talk about the almost pretty girl. The girl who has every feature that can make her beautiful according to beauty standards. But these features have literally cut out the warmth, the emotion, and the...
Wait, these are the same girls? These are like before and after? Seriously? What the fuck? Bro, that's terrible. Was that like I knew a chick in high school that was in a bad accident? Oh, like that. They had to do reconstructive surgery or she would have looked totally different. Yeah, I see what you mean. Something like that would make a lot of sense. Yeah, like that would be, yeah, I'd be like, yep, let's do it. Yeah, for sure. I would too, yeah. That would make sense.
That little bit of life that used to make someone beautiful. This video is going to be a whole lot of tough love, so if you cannot stand the heat, the oven is going to be on 450 degrees, so I'm sorry, you're going to have to get out the kitchen. One day, back then, beauty wasn't perfect, but that's exactly what made it perfect.
Right.
Since celebrities have always been the blueprint for what beauty is supposed to look like, they're our main focus for today. And in the early 2000s to 2010s, not only could you see women with natural beauty, you could see faces that looked completely different from each other.
Before Instagram face, beauty used to be bold. Faces were striking and complex, and you could actually remember them. No one trying to blend in with one another, and no one looked the same. There used to be so much mystery and diversity to women. Faces were textured, asymmetrical, and expressive.
You could open magazines like InStyle, Essence, and Teen People and see girls and women like Beyonce, Mandy Moore, Keke Palmer, Amanda Bynes. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat this and make it seem like the beauty standards back in the day couldn't be toxic. Thigh gaps and cheekbones were still glorified. Let's get that settled.
Yeah, it's like it's like a certain look became popular to the point where it's like everybody was trying to fit that same kind of mold, and then after a while, that's all you saw. It's like the same girl everywhere, and I've noticed that on Instagram too. There's a certain look now that everybody's going for as far as the females go, right? And they're starting to all look like the same girl, like yeah. And some of them are AI, some of them aren't, but it's all the same face. And a lot of it too has to do with the filters that they're using. There's a girl on Instagram that actually exposes that like crazy. She's got the guts to like just say this is what a body looks like, you know, and relaxing your muscles and different things in order to like show that this is what it looks like. Sucking and tightening and stuff is posing, you know what I mean? And so you can't be thinking that your body just looks like that naturally. And then she'll do something where she's talking and that, and she looks all beautiful and, you know, done up, and then she'll turn off the filter in the middle of it. Yeah, just to really expose all of that and make it then normalize, you know, and and show that, you know, this is okay and that you got to stop fucking doing this kind of thing. I agree, you know, with it. You know, that, and I think the girls need to stop. Like, the women are way too overly sexualized. I think they've been kind of forced into a corner. You know what I mean? Pushed into a corner where they feel that everything they do has to be on the edge, right on the edge, in order to get any kind of attention at all. So they're leaning into fetishes. They're leaning into, you know, like trends where they talk about, you know, fellatio and stuff like that. You know, and it's the same scripted thing that they do, right? Yeah, it's because it's a trend, so it's all scripted and everything. Yeah, yeah, it's they're all copying each other and stuff. And honestly, it's like, I'd rather see a girl, like, I'd be more interested in a girl that isn't overly sexualized than one that is. Like, 100%. I think any guy would be, for real. Anybody that wants to pursue anything with any girl, you know what I mean, other than, you know, something to goon to, they don't want someone who is going to be sexually over-sexualized, because then it becomes kind of gross, right? Yeah, because then, you know, like, sex between two people is supposed to be special, not, you know, all over the place all the time, and, you know, there's too much uncertainty in that way, right? It's supposed to be intimate. It's supposed to be special. It's supposed to be, you know, apart from the rest of the world, not shared with the rest of the world, you know, with like 1,000 different partners, and I'm exaggerating, but you see what I mean, the visual of it. Yeah, like, so I mean, I'd like to see, you know, women lean into the other direction. I think that they get a lot more attention if they're not being overly sexual in their Instagram art, you know, and the things that they create for online and that. Yeah, I think they'll get a lot more attention, being a little more wholesome. Yeah, for sure. It's more attractive. Yeah, way more attractive. I think so. Because, I mean, you got a girl that's scripting out, you know, a scenario with fellatio, right? And in a sense, as you're zipping, you know, as you're scrolling and you see that, your brain is telling you that she's doing it to hundreds of people. She's doing this thing to, right? There's no intimacy. There's no possibility for intimacy. In your mind, the idea, there's no possibility for intimacy, because you see, it's just the way you visualize it, right? Your mind sees it outside of the context of Instagram. There's a part of you that doesn't see it like that. It sees it as a worldly thing that's happening. So it just looks like she's sitting on the corner of the street, you know, jerking everybody off as they walk by and saying dirty things to everyone as they walk by, right? And so you're gonna walk away from it, right? Yeah, like, you see what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, it's yeah, our poor women right now.
You went to the dentist, but you refused to have your gap closed. Do you really think you can have a CoverGirl contract with the gap in your mouth?
Yeah, why not?
This is all people see. Easily beautiful CoverGirl. It's not marketable.
Yeah, just a little bit is okay, but I don't want to.
You know what's really crazy about this? With her saying that, you guys know Michael Strahan, right? The football player from the Giants, you know.
Okay.
A lot of people know him for his gap tooth. And, you know, this dude played football, so he has on a helmet. And some people, you know,
it's like a style.
If you don't know who he is, you wouldn't see it, because he got his helmet on, he got a mouthpiece in. But, you know, he would be on the sideline talking, and that's what he was known for. Now he's like what is it? Good Morning America? He's on one of them shows where it's just his face and his tooth. And I remember he posted something saying, or somebody posted something saying he got his gap tooth fixed. and the internet went crazy. They were like, no, because they loved it. They loved it. It's like it. You know, I remember Nas talked about it. Nas got his chip too fit. J.
That's the
Cole
thing, eh?
talked about not getting his teeth fixed, and everybody's saying he need to. So you would think on a show like this, like with this model show, this is something that separates her, you know? But he just hearing that, man, is just crazy. Like, that's all they gonna see. Hey, some people may not care about that.
Completely close it.
Well, I guess she just left the gap wide open for another girl, baby.
I agree. Heroin chic is a style popularized in the early 1990s fashion and characterized by pale skin, dark circles underneath the eyes, emaciated features, androgyny, and stringy hair, all traits associated with the abuse of or other drugs. A 1996 article in the LA Times stated that the fashion industry had a nihilistic vision of beauty that was reflective of drug addiction.
I'm just gonna say this, if the beauty standards back in the day weren't toxic,
Wow.
women wouldn't look like how they look today. Moral of the story, women used to look like themselves. And I know that kind of sounds like an oxymoron because of course women look like themselves. But when we take a look at today, it makes sense why I'm saying that. Over time, natural beauty started to feel outdated, almost like it wasn't enough to just look like yourself.
Most of my life, I felt self-conscious because I didn't have as much chest as other grown-up women. So I went to the hospital and had what they call plastic surgery.
But why? What was wrong with the way you were?
I just never felt good about myself the way I was.
As the beauty
That's
standards
an
started
old
to get more
video.
aggressive and it started to get more accessible in a way that made a lot of women feel like they had to have it, like they had to keep up.
Female celebrities are pretty much in an impossible position where they're required to look perfect and look youthful forever in order to have a career. But they can't look too overdone or they'll be plastic and they won't look effortless, and that will damage their career because they won't be able to emote and make the facial expressions that they need for acting. I mean, they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. It's no wonder that celebrities are going to seemingly any length to look young and flawless forever.
Once celebrities and influencers...
That's right. If you're all fucked up, then you can't. Yeah, because you change your face enough and your emotions are not going to show through. You're going to look odd as soon as you emote, right? That makes a lot of sense. It's like we were made to look natural. Because it's like, you know what I mean? Creating a human being is just like this. Think of it this way. You know how they're like trying to create like AI robots and things like that, right? Like things that look natural and human. It's hard to do. It's hard to make that shit look natural. It's like Uncanny Valley. So what makes us think that we can go to a doctor and have him chop up our face and be able to create something that we're still not able to synthesize to begin with? What makes us think that just some chick who wants to make it happen can go in and see some doctor who does those things and the two of them can figure it out and that it'll work? You know what I mean? We're not there yet. Not like we should be, but I mean, you know what I'm saying, right? Yeah.
started showing off these upgrades, people wanted those results.
I went to Kris Jenner's last guy because the new guy is $1 million.
For a facelift?
For a facelift.
No way.
And the ladies are lining up. These psycho are calling and using code words and passwords. And you've got to know the password to get Kris Jenner's guy for $1 million.
What?
Most people have a shopping wish list. I have a surgery wish list. Or all the surgeries, treatments, etc. that I would get if money wasn't an issue.
I want this nose. I need this nose. I would
You're
pay.
kidding.
I would pay to have this nose.
From the nose jobs to the lip fillers, the brow lifts, and yes.
What is this snatched thing? Like, I hear this a lot. A snatched up nose. What do you mean? Is this like you grab it and you pull it up and you let it, like if you had clay, you just sunk like that? Like,
Ozempic has a lot to do with this also, but we'll get to that later. The new go-to look started to become more sculpted and almost exaggerated. And as it became that, it also became more tempting because now you didn't have to be born with it. You could just buy it. So that's when we started to see this unsettling movement of women swapping out their...
And again, I brought up the kids, right? Because, you know, a lot of these people have kids, and you're going to see the parents' like natural features in the child. You know, like if, let's say, the woman gets all this surgery done and the kid doesn't look like the dad, it's like, who the hell do you look like? You know, it may be like, oh, they got the same eye color, but you know, don't got the dad nose, has the mom nose, but the mom has a nose job now,
right? So the kid's not even gonna look like them. That's true. That is so true. And the kids can be like, why do I look fucking ugly but mom looks hot? Or something like that, right?
You know, stuff like that. So, I don't know. To each their own. But my whole thing is they should not be held as the beauty standard at all.
Natural beauty for something a bit more manufactured.
I got my third facelift. They yanked my face. And I said, give me a good yank. I go, doctor, I don't want to see you in 6 months. Give me a good, get in there and just start pulling, just go yanking.
Now this is where it gets really interesting because people aren't just talking about bad surgery. They're talking about the weird, uneasy feeling they get from just looking at it. Today, there are countless women with the exact facial features we were taught to want. The sharp jawline, the high cheekbones, the big pouty lips. But instead of looking stunning, something looks off.
People's faces are really starting to scare me.
Yeah.
Your lips don't need to look like they're trying to escape.
And I noticed Nicole Kidman having a weird mouth or something wrong with her face in Aquaman. I literally could not enjoy the movie when she was on screen because it was like something was going on. I don't know if it was like too much Botox because like her face didn't have like movement or anything, but this was terrifying.
And
that's her. Those two pictures with the same girl. Wow, man. I understand that, you know, but yeah, see, when you're comparing yourself to other things, right? You're like, why don't I look like that? All these features that they have that I don't have, I need to fix or make it like that kind of thing, right? Yeah. So she went from really normal lips to something that has jumped. Did you see that one person on Instagram? They got big fat fucking lips like this. They're just humongous. They look like a toilet seat. Yeah, it's just like retarded, ballooned out lips. Like it's what I mean. You can't see yourself properly.
Botox because like her face didn't have like movement or anything, but this was terrifying.
And y'all, it's so hard to put it into words without sounding or coming off as rude, but let's be real, a lot of women nowadays, they don't look human. They don't look like a real person. They almost look like wax figures of themselves.
Women don't really look like human beings anymore. Hundreds of thousands of perfectly beautiful, healthy women, in trying to become even more beautiful, even more perfect, are literally disfiguring their faces with filler.
Mar-a-Lago face is getting a lot of plastic surgery work done, right? Whether it's actually reconstruction or just getting injections here, there, and everywhere. But these people do not look like human beings anymore. It's very uncanny valley.
Take Demi Lovato, for example. She was introduced to the media as a child star, appearing in movies and TV shows like Camp Rock, Barney and Friends, and Sunny with a Chance.
Hey, I'm Demi Lovato from Camp Rock. Hello? And you're watching Disney Channel.
Oh my god, remember that shit?
And behind the scenes, she was struggling with something that not even a lot of adults can handle.
That's her
From
too?
eating disorders to battles with addiction, Demi's journey hasn't been easy.
Demi.
So
That's
seeing
who that
her
is.
healthy and thriving today is amazing.
Once
Wow.
I relapsed, the floodgates were open. Within a couple of weeks, I called a dealer and I was like, do you have condoms? And he said no, but I have and I was like,
The 27-year-old went on to explain
Wow.
how she's come to be more accepting of her body.
now when I look in the mirror and I start to have a negative thought, so what I say to myself is, nope, you're healthy and I accept you.
When someone's been through that much, it's not surprising they'd probably want to look like a completely new version of themselves. So as she's reintroduced herself to us today, people have started to talk.
That is not Demi Lovato, and I don't care what anybody says. She went through a rough patch, and I'm all about healing. But that Demi Lovato does not give me real person vibes.
Really? I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back. Hang on. I will be right back. Oh, the guts are killing me. I feel all fucking bloated or something. Hang on. Okay. Alright. I'm back. Okay. I don't know why my guts hurt so damn much. Fuck is going on? What's wrong with me? I'm dying! No, I don't know. Yeah, try and fix my hair and all the things. Good enough, right? Good enough. There we go. So, yeah, like, okay. Here, let's see if I can find it. And see if it'll give me what I'm thinking of. Can you actually do a search on here? Okay. Enormous lips. No, doesn't work like that, eh? Okay, let's try it like this then. Woman with enormous, is that how you spell it? Yeah, enormous lips. Holy fuck! World's largest lips. Hang on, let's find it. Instagram. Yeah, my lips are so big sometimes it's hard to breathe, reels. Let's see what we got here. What the fuck? Hang on, where's the audio? Yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about. That was exactly what I saw. That's what I saw. See, this is what this shit does to people.
19 years old, and I started with 0.5%.
Holy
Right
cow.
now, I get lip fillers around, sometimes even every week. Mostly it's between 2 or 4 weeks. I always travel from Mallorca to Frankfurt to my expert. for that. I got onto regular because I want to grow really big. I want to get it really extreme, like I do.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's like a weird monkey's bumhole. You know those monkeys that get a big old red ass? It's just like they're like someone punched her right in a fucking beehole. Like she's got stung by a million bees. There looks like there's something terribly wrong. I'm sorry. Hot dogs, exactly, yes. Couple hot dogs wrapped around like that. What's her name? I'm sorry for making fun of you. I don't mean that. I really don't. I hope you don't find this and feel bad or anything like that. You know? But we got to point out that this kind of thing is fucking you up. And others too. Yeah, it's not your fault. You're still beautiful. Don't worry about it. But those lips are enormous. Yeah, those are crazy ass lips. Yeah, we're gonna make a few comparisons just because we're guys and we're fucking around here on the internet and looking at shit, and we're having a blast with it. And I'm really sorry if you find this. But jeez, yeah.
We found out, and so I always ask her when my lips are ready for getting filled in, and if she says like now you can go bigger, then I go there.
You see that? Can you imagine being born like that and then wanting to get them reduced? Like I can see it like that, almost like just a disfigurement that needs to be taken care of. Yeah, this is what's happening now.
I love about having big lips. That really affects my daily life and the attention I get.
Wow, look at those things.
And having big lips totally
She loves them though.
affects how I talk of girls.
She's having a good time with those lips.
Also how I drink or eat or also breath. So it's sometimes even hard to breathe when I'm going for a run or so.
It's hard to breathe. Because her hot dog lips are like covering up her sinuses or something?
I don't think that it's dangerous to get it done so regularly, but even if it wouldn't stop me because I want to go always bigger. I have the biggest lips in the world. My body is the most expensive thing I own.
Look at that! Holy cow. That's all I gotta say. Holy smokes.
Something about her new look looks unfamiliar. Her face is a bit more uplifted, cheeks are a bit more hollowed, and her lips are a lot more pouty, almost to the point where it seems like she can't even close them. There's almost an uncanny, unemotional stiffness to her face.
When I was a preteen, the beauty standard was heroin chic. It was the very, very, very frail, thin looking people. The beauty standards were just so unrealistic. And so I wanted to be that role model for myself.
There seems to be a pattern here. We see celebrities, and most of them being child stars, like Selena Gomez, Ariana Grande, Miley Cyrus. Women who had a distinct, unique look to them growing up now have this sculpted, ultra snatched look, and they just look like a shell of their past self.
I keep seeing Miley Cyrus, and something about it is like really off. Like she just doesn't even look like a real person. It was a selfie film music video shoot, but then like when you watch the music video, she just looks so different.
She does, yeah, hey?
Selena Gomez's name has been coming up a lot, and I know it's a sensitive topic.
Every time I look down to see if you've written a new thing in the chat, I see hot dogs. I'm gonna be giggling about that for a while now.
Because a lot of people argue that her new look is tied to her lupus diagnosis. And while she's been incredibly open about her health, she's had a kidney transplant, she takes a lot of medication, and she has weight fluctuations that comes with it.
Again, now, I don't know if other celebrities just aren't, disclosing if they do have any health issues, but like I said, when I've talked about people using Ozempic and they have like zero health issues. They're just using it to lose weight, you know, versus going to a gym or eating healthy. You know, there are people who are out there who, you know, Ozempic is supposed to be not just a quick fix for people who want to lose weight fast. Now, like I said, if you have health issues, that's a whole different thing. My sister passed away from lupus, all right, at the age of 25. 26. She would have been...
Oh, that's young.
This year, she would have been 49 in
Oh.
August. So...
Oh, bro, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy.
The whole thing is like, if you have a health issue and you're doing stuff for health reasons, that's totally different. But again, most of these people are doing these surgeries because it seems like it's a trend. You know, all it takes is one popular celebrity to do something, and then everybody else is going to follow. Just think about where we're going to be at in the next 5 years. All right? Think about that.
Had arthritis. My kidneys were shutting down. I
Really?
my mentality was just to keep going.
But even with all of that in mind, people are noticing something else. Something that normally doesn't tie into health.
Why is she transforming into an elderly Chinese woman? 18 million views,
Oh, shit.
513,000 likes is
You're right.
crazy. People on social media have been talking about Selena Gomez's new look, saying that she does not look like the same person at all. She looks a little bit more gaunt. She looks a little bit older. It's true that she always has had a fuller face in the past, and she says that a lot of her appearance changes is due to her lupus. Meanwhile, others
Really?
are totally convinced that she's just getting plastic surgery.
Her features look more sculpted,
Oh, yeah, I see it.
lifted, and tighter in ways that feel like they go beyond what lupus alone could cause. And that's where the conversation gets a little uncomfortable, because no one wants to criticize how a woman is coping with her illness. But when the changes start to feel more cosmetic than medical, it opens the door for a lot of people to question what's going on. And wow, are they questioning?
Does having lupus make you Chinese? I don't think it does. I think this is a plastic surgery thing. I could be wrong. If you're a person with lupus and then, you know, suddenly people start referring to you as Sean May, hit me up. I want to know your story.
Comments like, she looks so fake, she's in her Area 51 era, Selena Gomez.
Now, again, none of these people have the obligation of
Oh, my guts hurt so much.
telling the world that they got surgery. But if it looks like they did, people are going to talk about it. Whether they want to come out and say, yes, I did, or no, I didn't, that's totally up to them. It's a lot of people who are open about it. All I'm saying is, if you did, right? If you did get it, and then you're lying about it, that's, you know, you're opening up the door for people to criticize, you know?
Yeah, it's like criticization, and it just comes so fucking easy. Like, look, just you and I pre-poster when we're sitting here online, we're looking at shit, right? And we're talking about it and discussing it and that, but in a way, we're criticizing, you know? We're pointing things out, and these things get looked at as criticism. It just may seem innocent to us because we're just reacting to stuff, having, you know, shooting the shit and going, wow, check that out, you know, and then discussing, I wonder, you know. But it's kind of what criticism is born out of, even just that.
You just come out and say, yo, it's none of nobody's business, that's one thing. But if you're coming out and denying it, saying like, no, I didn't get this done, I didn't get that done, and then you know how stuff always get leaked or whatever, and then it's like boom. But I don't know, man. It seems to be a lot of people who just aren't happy with themselves. I ain't saying she's one of those, but it just seems like that. You know, people are just trying to go for a certain look.
is hard to look at are popping up in comment sections everywhere. And y'all, as cruel as these comments are and extremely unnecessary, we can't deny why there's a reaction to celebrities' new faces, because it's for a reason.
So recently,
well, a lot of people, Pre-Poster says, well, a lot of people that aren't, or sorry, read properly. Well, a lot of people that are going, don't make fun of me, are hypocritical about it because they just disparage others constantly. Perhaps not on appearance, but in other ways. Yeah. Yeah, we're all sort of gossiping and talking and whatnot, eh? And what drives us is, you know, it's for me, it's just trying to figure shit out. Bottom line. And when I say shit, I just mean like everything. You know? Trying to navigate through reality and what is reality and how we and people. Bro, if we all didn't care about each other, we wouldn't be doing this. We wouldn't be so interested in each other if we all didn't care about other human beings. It's just gonna look different all over the place because there's so much context. You know? There's so much context of reality, and yeah.
Jenna was in Paris for the premiere of Wednesday Season 2. Here's a before and after, and she looks very different. But people are not happy with this difference, and because of it, she's receiving thousands of nasty hate comments. People saying that she looks malnourished. People are accusing her of being on snow, and overall, just saying a lot of very mean things.
Y'all remember earlier when we talked about how back in the day, beauty and being pretty wasn't perfect? Well, fast forward to today, beauty is perfect. You basically have to look perfect to be considered pretty, especially with comments like these and the comments I just read. That only like adds to the pressure of having to be perfect.
For a few years, I have felt this constant pressure to be the prettiest in every space I walk into. And I think it's really hitting me today because I'm noticing that constant stress I add to myself is weighing on me mentally and physically. I feel crazy because I'm like, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel like I have to be the prettiest everywhere I go?
Right. And for a lot of women, that pressure turns into procedures. If we take all the Botox, the fillers, the surgery, the Ozempic, we get a woman that looks like a prettier version of herself, but not entirely. That's because the version was pushed too far, and instead of looking natural, she looks man-made.
When I see a celebrity like this, first I get Uncanny Valley unease, but also, and I feel bad about this, so just know I feel bad already. I don't find them pretty anymore, and not because their new features aren't pretty, because someone could have these features naturally and be gorgeous. There's something Frankenstein about all these celebrities having these cut and paste parts to the point where they're not even themselves anymore. Actually reminds me of The End of Death Becomes Her. They've just replaced their parts so many times.
Yeah.
They're so botched. It's like good.
Do you remember that movie? Death Becomes Her? That was a fucked up movie. These two women, they go and they, what was it? It was some sort of a potion they took. Yeah, you remember that, eh? It's like, the whole thing was, you gotta make sure you don't die, because if you die, you're still alive, and your body will just start to rot. There was some embalmer guy or whatever that they had that was like doing all kinds of work on them just to keep them from fucking rotting, because it killed each other. I liked that movie for some reason when I was young. Yeah, me too. It was trippy, eh? I had no idea what the point of it was, but I liked it. Really? No way. I guess you were younger than I was when you saw it, hey? I don't remember when it came out. I'm not sure how old I was. That shit tripped me out too, yeah. I was just like, wow. Remember the hole? That you could see through the hole in her stomach when they blew a hole in her? Or I think she shot through her or something with a shotgun. Yeah, I was like maybe 5. Were you really? No way. Yeah, dude, it was like it was a TV edit. So, oh, it was. Yeah, that was like top-notch, fucking groundbreaking visual effects back then. To be able to create this fake hole in her stomach, where the actor was able to see through in that. Yeah, back then that was like groundbreaking, you know, with the visual effects. Now, oh my god, now it's just like you just get the computer to fucking literally create a whole scene with artificial intelligence, like compared to like what I was doing, what I was doing was using like green screen and rotoscoping things and this and that, and I was just like, wow, this is cool. And now AI can do it in a flash, just like nothing. Fucking AI. Sorry for swearing. Now you have chroma key and masking on OBS. I know, right? I haven't even played with that. Not at all. I think it was just cheapen what I'd be doing if I did that. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, that shit is there. Yeah, I get a kick out of that, eh? Isn't it fun to play with shit like that? Here, let's find out what happens next.
From far, but far from good. And beyond this making you look kind of like a wax museum version of yourself, it also takes away from whatever made you you in the first place, okay? So here's Zoe Kravitz, here's Shania Twain, Kate Beckinsale, here's Demi Moore. Wait, my favorite one's coming. Here's Lea Michele, and here's Demi Lovato again. This one's more subtle, but here's Dakota Johnson. And for the record, she used to look like this. First of all, everybody said, give me this jawline. The lips of a fish, hollowed out cheeks.
The lips of a fish?
All of this combined with Ozempic just makes everybody look like this creepy, almost pretty version of themselves, but it's just not pretty because it's missing a crucial ingredient to beauty, which I think might be authenticity.
One crucial shift in society to blame for this, and I was going to call it a hot take, but it's not a hot take. AI. It makes a lot of sense. And that is the rise of AI beauty. I'm talking about the filters that warp what a beautiful face is supposed to look like.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Yeah. Here, hang on a second. Let's see if my my feed will just show me this girl that sort of exposes that. Maybe we'll get lucky if we just zip through it a bunch. Oh, look at all the guitars. It's like fucking brain rot Instagram. Come on, show me. Yeah, too bad you couldn't just like easily fucking... You know what I noticed is a big thing now? Is, I can't remember what they called it in Japan, but the women have a certain kind of charming style that they're doing, where they're sort of animating their face to look cute, like almost like little Disney cartoon characters. You know what I mean? And it seems to be something I'm seeing all over the fucking place now. Like everybody's doing it. There's always different versions of it. Yeah. I just thought I'd mention that. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. There, in Japan, there's a name for it too. What are you building now? Okay, come on, just show me the girl. Damn it, this is not going to go well like this, is it? All these people, all their little posts and shit, I'm just whipping through and making a mess out of their views. They're probably like, fuck, some person just didn't look at my shit. And it's just like, I'm looking for something. Okay, that ain't going to work like that, I guess. Yeah.
Entirely. These filters don't just smooth the skin and
that was Castle Rat chick you passed, was it? Castle Rat. How far? The Grizzle Angel. Jeez, with the spitting. I don't like their skin shtick, but their music is great. Chick in like D&D Amazon garb. Her. This one here? This one here? Tell me yes or no. Is that the one? Her, yeah. Oh wow. Oh wow. It's got a nice voice too. I better stop because just showing Instagram shit got me in trouble. Banned my whole fucking live stream video showing cat. Yeah, so I gotta watch it with that. Yeah, I don't know why. There's sister fuckers like that, YouTube and Instagram and shit. I don't know. They don't like each other maybe. Not really sure, but yeah, they fuck up my videos all the time.
Literally rebuild you. If you don't look drop dead gorgeous with this filter, there is no hope for you. They lift your cheekbones, they pinch your nose smaller, they make your lips bigger, and they give everyone that same symmetrical face. And the worst part is, we accepted that as beautiful. We got so used to seeing these faces so often, these
that looks like the same
faces,
girl all the time.
They started to look normal. And they started to become our beauty standard.
AI is about to change the way like we assess beauty, sort of like how plastic surgery did. And the very first thing that I thought of was this one creator. I'm gonna show you. I'm not even gonna really talk about her or her videos, just the imagery that she uses in it, and all of them are all AI generated. I don't know what her prompt is, but I imagine it's literally just like model or pretty model, and this is what it spits out. But the images that her AI spits out, they're all kind of weird. Because while there are women out there who do kind of look like this, it's interesting to think that her AI, when prompted to develop a pretty woman or a model woman, it thinks that all of them look like this. I imagine as a woman or even like a young teenage girl seeing images like that are only going to get more and more common on the internet, like that's gotta like mess with your brain and what you think that you should look like. I just don't like it.
Now I want to show y'all a real example of this. Stick with me. There's a rise of women who are using a silly filter. Filters that most people would say are ugly. But these women use these filters so much, they actually started to love how they look with them. They actually started to see themselves as beautiful with this filter. So think about it. The more you look at a filter or a surgically altered face, at first it probably looks weird, but the more you look at it, the more you think it looks okay.
This distortion of reality aligns with the cultivation theory, which suggests that long-term exposure to media content shapes viewers' perception of reality, which is like... And in the context of beauty standards, repeated exposure to idealized celebrity images can gradually alter our understanding of what's normal or attainable in terms of our appearances.
I feel like a lot of these women, especially the celebrities...
Your mind's blown too, eh?
Try to, whenever they show Kim Kardashian, if I see a picture or just something, I always like to pause right here and, you know, think about this.
Was that, remember what I said about that yesterday? You were saying, remember what I said yesterday about that? About which thing? Remind me. It was in Discord. Was it in the general section? I gotta find you now. I don't see you. There we go. I wanted to write a piece about prepper real estate forever, but every time I'd find someone to talk to, they'd never offer details about the property home. Wait, that's not it. Pick a news story, then find a follow-up to it. You will see that the follow-up doesn't question variables, it proceeds forward with the initial premise being reality. Oh, is that what you're talking about? Wait, I'm an idiot. And they continue on from the premise of behemoth and whatever. A little before that, that video is pretty apt to what I was typing, lol. It could be argued that placing us into a computer ecosystem matrix The one with all the reactions. Did I go too far? No, you disappeared. Maybe it's down further. That was it. Which one? Wait. The one with all the reactions. Okay. Then it was this one, right? This one here? The delay really mucks things. Oh, I can. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Okay, so this one here, or scroll down some more. I'll wait. Since there's a delay, we'll work with it. Yeah, this one. Okay, that video was pretty apt to what I was typing. LOL. It could be argued that placing us into a computer ecosystem, i.e. Matrix style, has already taken place in regard to media. We are shown a specific version of reality that may or may not exist, and we continue on from that. That's exactly. Dead on. That was, yes. That's exactly it. Fuck. It's so true, man. Look at these two. It's like two different women. The one on the right is a complete filter, right? The one on the left, that whole thing, she's got a cuteness to her look, which is completely straightened out and pulled straight on the right. But I keep seeing the one on the right, I keep seeing that face fucking everywhere, on every girl. I seen this one picture, I don't know where it was from. But it was like 6 women all in the same picture with the exact same makeup, exact same look. And they all thought they were different from each other. They all looked the same. It was that whole astronauts. They were astronauts from what I remember. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's from Surgery. That's what her name, Kim Kardashian or something like that. And no celebs or so. Really? That was Surgery, so I wasn't even... Okay, hang on. Astronauts, female astronauts, images, and where is it? It was like, it was very specific. Hang on. Was it Elon Musk? Boom. Is that it? It kind of looks like it. Not exactly, but the one I saw looked really, they really looked alike. The one that I saw. This isn't quite what the extreme that I was looking at all. The fake space trip, yeah. The fake space trip. Wasn't that crazy? I was just like fucking... Oh my god. It was just...
You know, you got the before and the after. And, you know, of course you...
A bunch of random rich wives and celebrities went to space, yeah. And it's like, and they were making it. Remember the interviews with Katy Perry on that? That was just like, she was like having some sort of spiritual moment. That's kind of cool sounding. I gotta remember that riff. So it popped. It popped. Mark Reed. Oh, they got busted. It was super fake. So it got dropped from the news cycle like a hot potato. It did, eh? All of a sudden, gone. Get it out of there quick! Delete it! Everybody hide! It's like fucking, someone bury it! Quick, fast! Fast, quick! Yeah, hey. Oh, that's funny. Dude, you know, speaking of which, like, I went through all my videos on my channel today, and I tried to make timestamps for everything, because I got some really long live streams, and I tried to make playlists because, you know, like, I was a big pot smoker, and then I had a whole bunch of fucking live streams where I was smoking pot, and then I finally did a live stream and continued on where I was quitting, and I was focusing on that. So I was making playlists for that, and I got into it with the AI, and we created timestamps for most of my videos, and I found one that was a live stream that I did before we played. It was like, I think, second last show I played with No Complacent. It was when I had the ex-girlfriend from 12 years ago emailing me up and saying crazy ass shit, like, and stalking me and all that, and I did a live stream where I was just kind of panicking walking around the bar because I thought it was going to go down, right? And then I got rid of I made the live stream private. I felt like I had to bury it too, same thing. So instead what I did this time is I made it public, and I went and got it to do a bunch of timestamps and threw it on there. But I know that feeling about, oh no, I gotta get rid of this, it's embarrassing, you know, kind of thing. Was that the worst snafu was when they tried leaving the capsule before the sealed door. Yeah, I seen that. It was unsealed. Nobody really believed it was real anyway, but then that happened, and it was like the DiCaprio meme. Oh shit, everyone pointed at the screen. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's better not to fake shit when it comes to that. It just isn't, I guess. Maybe that's the takeaway from it, you know? Yeah. I think the whole takeaway from this conversation is we're all trying to reframe reality all the time. Aren't we? Oh, I heard a noise. I think that's Discord. Is that a Discord noise? Oh, it is! Repost around, everybody. This is the meme you're talking about. Where DiCaprio is pointing at the screen. That is so funny, hey? That's fucking hilarious. My light keeps moving. There we go. It was lighting me weird. Sliding down on me. Yeah. It is a thing. We are always constantly trying to reframe, well, yeah, like yeah. We are, aren't we? We're trying to manufacture reality all the time. The way we're seen, the stories that we tell, the way, you know, we're control freaks. Why do we do it? Out of fear? I think so. Maybe it's something like that. I'm not even sure. But we're driven to do it. We just, I guess we just can't stand ridicule, maybe? Or, fuck, I don't know what drives us to do it. Pride? Pride could be a thing. Yeah, I don't know.
More natural on the before. Most guys, if not all, will find her very attractive. You know, and then you have this picture. People are gonna say they still find her, of course she's still attractive, but it's like it's you done had, I don't even know all the work she's had done, but now you're taking this picture of her and it's held at this beauty standard, and I'm saying this because there's so many people that you see in the world, in the real world, when you just going to the store, the mall, the something, everybody is going for that look. So nobody has their own unique face anymore at all.
I should get Instagram on my phone and just make a bunch of videos with like fucking female filters on my face. You know? Snatched up nose and makeup and everything. And just do like an off on video like that. I wonder how fucked up that would look.
Everybody looks the same. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy.
I'm like obsessed with that riff
expensive
possibility
and
now.
Expressive. That's the best way I can word it.
Right.
It's almost like once you get to a certain stature, once you have enough money, you have to have this ultra snatched, sculpted look. Because maybe if you don't, people start saying that you look old or tired or like you let yourself go.
None of these women would be getting a call back if Clueless was being remade today, and that's because the beauty standard in Hollywood has changed so much since 1995 that arguably some of the most beautiful women in the world would not have a chance today.
That's
her face
crazy.
is too expressive, her face is too plain, and Stacey Dash, well, she would need to do what she does now, which is lighten up.
I think our standard of beauty is starting to shift to accept more AI filtered and uncanny looks. Yeah. And a lot of women are thinking that that's beautiful. But beauty is not supposed to be predictable. You don't have to change yourself to be what you think beauty looks like, because then it'll make you look like an unnatural shell of yourself. Just be yourself. That's it. You're enough. Thank you for tuning into the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. If you enjoyed...
Hey, that's what I...
Yeah, you know, it's like, it's easy to tell somebody that they're enough and everything, but it's like, it's another thing for someone to accept that when they've kind of been gaslit in a way by, you know, by everything that we've been shown. You know what I mean? It's not as easy to accept, but it is the right thing. You know, it's like we're all attractive in our own ways, and we got to stick to it. You know, just make yourself healthy as you can, and you know, dress nice, pick a hairstyle that works, and you know, God's given you something beautiful, and stick to it. Given the garden and still after the fruit. Yeah. Yeah, that apple, man. Yeah.
That's it. You know, I like to watch stuff like this because, you know, me and my wife been together for, what is this, 2026?
Yeah.
We're going on 22 years.
Oh shit, right? Bro.
And like,
he must be doing something right. Yeah.
Keep talking about how like the dating world is cooked because there's so much catfishing going on. People are using pictures to show on their profile. People see people in person, and it's like,
dating world is cooked, bro. He's right. I won't even bother with it myself. I don't even bother. No, I'm just like, fuck it. It was like, yeah, 12 some odd years ago. I just had enough of it. There was no, I wasn't getting anything out of it, you know, like any kind of joy out of it anymore. It was just a whole bunch of madness. Yeah. There was just like no opportunity for any kind of intimacy and stability. You know what I mean? None at all. There was just no reason anymore. And there was a time where it was good. You know, you could trust, you could create a relationship where you trust each other in that. But now it's like, holy fuck, rosters and all kinds of shit. Catching feelings. It's like everybody's trying to stay away from the very thing that makes a relationship a relationship. Because they don't want to feel anything. because all they're gonna feel is guilt, not guilt, but jealousy and pain, right? And that just drives people to do crazy things to themselves visually and everything else to try and improve themselves. And then they play a game. It's almost like a war. Like, who's going to win the pain game? Who's the one that's going to come out on top, and who's the one that's going to cry? You know? It seems to be like that. That's why there's no catching of feelings, is the idea. So why bother? Why bother then? There's no reason to. You know? If sex has been reduced to just a sensation, you know, then you're not having sex. You're just jerking each other off. And then feeling weird about it afterwards, but trying to smile through it. You know? The dating scene is cooked. Because the prize is nobody wants the prize. Because they think the prize is going to hurt them. If they even get close or look at it, or even consider it. That it's just a way to be drawn in to feel pain. Right? Pain and shame for yourself. Thinking that you're not good enough or not all that or whatever, right? Pride in that. Yeah, it's just a mess. Yeah. So I don't even bother myself. No. Hell no. Fuck that. Plus I'm too old anyways. Yeah. I got, you know, there's more to life than dating. But you can't give up on love until you've experienced a whole bunch of it, I think. Or else you'll just be like, feel that you've missed out and that you've never experienced the thing you tried to experience, right? You gotta go through it all, I think. But it's different now. I don't think my advice of saying you gotta experience it before you stop would even hold water to these days, because it's just not the same experience. It's close, like it is. Like, sure, there was just as much fuckery back then when I was younger, but it's different now. You know, it is different now. Now it's a normalized sort of a thing. Yeah, it's just kind of messed up. It really is, yeah.
Like, they don't look what they look like. At the end of the day, it's like, who are you trying to impress? You know?
Yourself.
Because I don't know if a lot of girls are doing this stuff to impress their friends or the guy. And a lot of times, I'm going to tell you, the guys don't care. They don't. I mean, if you look at a lot of these celebrity men, they're dating these girls that are doing all this stuff to their faces and bodies or whatever, you know. And a lot of them are into that. A lot of them are. You know, you look at these videos and girls are twerking, they got BBLs, and I mean,
the BBL smell.
Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, you know, their bodies are held to like beauty standards. Like, people look at their bodies and be like, damn, look at it, it's fake. So I just like this too, because you have a woman who's speaking on this, and she seems to be very natural. Of course, she has like makeup on and stuff, but I'm just talking about like surgery wise, you know.
Yeah.
Just natural. And it's scary to think what's finna happen in 5 years, man. It really is. If we're at where we're at today, in 5 years, oh my goodness, man. Probably even sooner than that. Maybe even 2 years. Let me look at little comments here.
Everybody's gonna look like a fucking blow-up doll.
Someone said, quit social media and I no longer feel ugly. But my whole thing is like, you shouldn't have felt that way. It's like you don't want to tell people how they should feel, but it's like, man.
It's not that easy. It's not like, okay, we may be sitting here looking at these people and going, oh, they're fucking stupid. How come they can't see this, right? No, it's more complicated than that. They're not stupid. You know what I mean? They're not. It's just, it's that complicated. It has that much of an effect on somebody where they can't see themselves anymore properly, It's just, yeah. It's not just a simple thing. It is simple to us to look at it and say a thing, because we see it, but not to the person when they're going through it.
Someone said, I also think we were not meant to look at ourselves this much.
Yeah. Maybe.
Man. They don't look perfect, they look creepy. It seems like the look everybody's going for. Again, if you watch the show, The Beauty is a perfect example. All right, appreciate you guys coming over and watching, man. Peace out.
Yeah, it was a good video. That was a really good one, yeah. Man. Yeah, beauty is a fucked up thing, yeah. It really is, isn't it? Yeah, it's a weird fucking thing. We're living in a weird fucking time, bro. I think it's just gonna get weirder. It's like people kicked back in the 80s and said the same fucking thing as me just now. That we're living in a weird time back in the 80s, right? It's just gonna get weirder. And the 90s came around. We're living in a weird time. Yeah, it just keeps getting weirder. Yeah, it does. It really does. So what do we got in front of us, right? What do we got now to look at? Twitch is fucked. That's okay. This is 3 weeks ago. What's this? What else we got? Is the universe jerking? What do you mean? What?
I wonder which of our current theories in physics are just completely wrong and we don't know it. Think about it. We once thought the atom couldn't be split. So there's got to be things that we think are true now, but just aren't. And it's looking like
I was misled. This video is about something else.
one of those things might just be what's going on with the expansion of the universe and whether it's jerking or not. Because back in the 1920s, when Edwin Hubble first looked at the speed that galaxies appear to be moving away from us, he found that the further away a galaxy was, the faster it appeared to be moving away, with a direct correlation between the two. That, together with many other observations made at the time, all came together to give us the hypothesis that the space between galaxies is growing.
Isn't our firmament acting a bit like a lens, too?
i.e. the universe is expanding. And because Hubble had observed this direct correlation, that expansion rate was assumed to be constant. And that's exactly what we thought right up until the 1990s.
Isn't it pulsing or something now?
When Reese,
Maybe it's breathing. Oh, that's a fucked up idea.
Perlmutter and Schmidt then did the same experiment Hubble did, but pushed it out to galaxies at greater distances, and found that more distant galaxies were moving away faster than they should be. The universe wasn't expanding at a constant speed. The universe's expansion was accelerating. We still don't know what's causing this expansion, although we call it dark energy. But since the 90s, we've assumed that the accelerating expansion is happening at a constant rate, a constant acceleration. The universe is not letting up on the gas pedal.
So it's just getting faster and faster. like one big fucking explosion.
But now, recent results from the Dark Energy Spectroscopic Instrument, or DESI, mapping out the positions and the speed that galaxies are moving away from us across a huge chunk of the universe, is now suggesting that the acceleration rate also isn't constant. That too is changing with time.
So what you mean? It's not continually getting faster. It's also variating.
The correct physics word to describe this is that the universe is jerking.
Huh.
And now the question is, do we assume that that jerk is happening at a constant rate, or is the amount of jerk changing with time? Or is this just going to be an endless cycle in physics that we cannot escape from because we assume the expansion rate is constant, but then it's not. So then we assume the acceleration rate is constant, but then it's not. And now if it turns out the universe is also jerking, and we assume that that's constant, but what if it's not?
What if, though? What does it even mean? How does that affect you guys?
I wonder which of our current theories in physics are just completely wrong and we don't know it. Think about it. We once thought the atom couldn't be split.
Oh yeah, we just looped around just now. Well, interesting. So yeah, we're still looking into what's going on out there, huh? No, we still don't know, eh? Is that a condom she's got in her mouth?
I'm around a lot of rich men because I just know where to find them, and there's a lot of them.
Yeah, but how do you know that they want you?
Because I'm literally wifey.
Did you ever watch this fucking crazy podcast? It's nuts. It's like, it's this guy, and he gets women on there, and he sits there and ridicules them. No, you've never seen it? Yeah, he sits there and he tries to, like, okay, it's like this. Okay, beautiful women, they have some sort of an effect on man where it's like almost like like some sort of power over him sexually. You know what I mean, right? Can make some men intimidate them and stuff like that, right? You know what I mean, right? Some guys that aren't used to being around, beautiful women all the time. It's like that, right? And so this guy, it's almost like he's sitting there trying to, like, withstanding it and even taking these women off their pedestals. It's almost like the whole podcast is to take beautiful women or sex workers or whatever the fuck he's got on there off of their pedestals. And he even has a dude on there sometimes that completely shames them into the ground. It's a great big power contest. It is a back and forth. Yeah, it's like, if you think about it, it kind of is a big power struggle going on these podcasts all the time. Ego slap fight. Yes. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's trippy. And the guys that are like angry at women, right? That whole going their own way type thing. Men going their own way. Like those guys, it's like porn for them. Corn, you know what I mean? They're like hate corn. So they're like, yes, put her in her place. She's shit. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah, it's the most weirdest fucking podcast.
On one hand, you're involved in low tier work. Mm-hmm. When you're single, you're a sugar baby, you're finessing these dudes, scamming, romance scams, but you're also wifey material. Mm-hmm. Women who have sugar daddies, I think, remove themselves from being construed or viewed as wife material. That's not wife material behavior.
You can pick and choose.
Turn to a housewife.
I'm not being a...
It's kind of...
Until I find someone that's husband material, I'm not going to treat them like a husband. Like,
I don't think men should do
exhausting.
husband duties until he's actually a husband. Under your logic, you think that makes sense?
Well, you're going to show her you can provide nothing for her, so why would she want you?
Well, the same can be said towards women. You show that you're not submissive. You show that you don't do any of the more traditional female gender roles. Why should the man get into a relationship with you?
Well, he shouldn't. I'm around a lot of rich men because I just know where to find them.
Or just looped around. Yeah, the other thing too is it almost seems like it's a good deed that this guy's doing. Like he's trying to take these over sexualized women that think they, you know, are deserve a bunch of things just because, you know what I mean? And sort of, I think what he's trying to do is just talk some sense into some women that need some sense to be talked into them. I think that's what his goal is. And as we're watching it, it looks like what I was saying. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, again, it's like you got all the guys that are angry that we're dating and are all angry, you know, women did this to me, women did that to me, you know, and this is like empowering me to feel better about it. Yeah. I swear I went into the comments section and this one dude, he's like, his whole YouTube videos are exactly only about beautiful women getting owned or in some sort of situation, getting shamed down, taken off their pedestal, and all the guys in the comment section are just like little roaring demons everywhere. Rah! You know, and I went in there one time and I was just like saying, hey, look, you know, women are fucking great. This content is totally curated just to do this exact thing, you know, to feed this thing. And so, I mean, don't let it fuck your head up, right? And I got a comment in there that came in, responded to me with this maniacal, it was just maniacal laughter, as loud and as high-capped as possible as you can get it. Like, just as if they were just, like, saying, you fool! You know what I mean? Ah! And if I think back at it, you know, it's just that was a demonic entity, you know, showing themselves through there. They're getting fucked with, you know what I mean? And the only thing that happens is it leaves these men to never find love or to never have a wife or anything like that, because they're just totally pulled into this ideology that women are all terrible, right? But they're not. You know, women are amazing. We need them. Fuck. You know what I mean? They're still awesome. It's a person-to-person basis, you know, situation. It kind of is, right? Yeah, so, yeah, I just thought that was pretty crazy. Yeah, I really did. I was actually thinking about that today, that response that I'd gotten. What is this? 4 weeks ago. The smoke detector situation is crazy. The 25 minutes of that. I don't know what is going on with that one. Let's see what else we got. She used a smooth trick on me in the store. Oh, girls risen guys up. I am 40. What do you mean she's 40? She's only 15 years younger than me. I am generation... What is it? My generation's women are pretty cooked. Can't cover for them. No way. Wait, you're in your late 30s, right? I think it was. You're 38, right? Pre-posterone? I think that's what you said it was. I think that's what you said. Yeah. So your generation of women are pretty cooked? Fuck. It's like, yeah, they got cooked. Poor women. I got piss again. Let me be right back. Put my guitar will take over. It'll even put the headphones on it. Yeah, I was just like, I was thinking to myself about, from a man's perspective, you know, like what attraction and stuff like that. Like personally, you know, it's like anytime I've ever been interested in a girl, I've always been focused on one person at a time. Always. Yeah, it's never like oh, I like 5 or 10 of them. You know what I mean? And I don't know what to pick. Like Banggood.com, where there's too much to choose from, so you don't choose any. It's never been like that. It's always one person at a time I'd be interested in. And for me, it's like I like women that are playful, silly, you know, really cute. They don't even have to. I mean, they don't even have to have like a perfectly fucking like perfect physique. You know, they just gotta have a really pretty, cute face, and you know, they can't. I'm not going to be attracted to someone that's unhealthy, but they don't have to be like working out in a gym all fucking, you know, every day and running and trying to reach perfection. I don't want that. You know, I'm not interested in that. Yeah, I want, you know, I'm interested in women that are playful, cute, soft, interested in, focused on one person only at a time, right? So that, you know what I'm saying, right? It's always been like that. That makes sense to me. That way, you know, it's special. And this way you can actually have some intimacy. You can't be intimate with somebody if you're not comfortable. If you don't feel safe, you're not going to be able to be fully intimate with somebody. And you're not going to want to commit either. You know? Yeah. And so it is like Banggood.com right now. There's so much to choose from. You know? That's where these rosters are popping up for people. I didn't have rosters. It's just, you know, yeah, sure, you'd meet a bunch of people, but my attraction would always steer towards one person. You know? Never 2 or 3 or anything like that. My amp is going louder, quieter, louder, quieter. It's doing that thing again. I heard this therapist one time mention that people actually, they want to be owned by somebody. They want to feel like somebody owns them in a way, in a very primal way. Yeah, isn't that wild? Yeah, I put a little thought into that. I was just like, yeah, I could see that. Sure, absolutely, that makes sense. Yeah, the superficial stuff is it's not what everybody wants, really. I've rolled solo most of my life. Can't really relate to the need of companionship or whatnot. Well, that's the thing, is like there's more to life than romance. You know what I mean? But relationships and romance are super important, because if you don't have that with some people, you're not going to have more people. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's needed, but it's not needed to exist in a way. Like I'm fine without having, like I don't feel lonely like in that way at all. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I'm missing out on any kind of romance or anything like that. Not at all. No. Like there's once I broke free from all that, and I dried out from it. It's like a drug, right? My mind kind of reset, and I realized that 99% of life wasn't that. That was like 1 little percent of what life was about. Relationships and dating and romance. It's just 1 little percentage of what life is about. There's so much more going on in our reality than just that. And so to be completely focused on only that all the time, it's I see why it happens, because again, you got to have marriages, you got to have families, or else you're not going to have more people, right? Yeah. So it's very important, but it's not everything. You know what I mean? But I if I didn't have so many fucking, like if I didn't go through all my life from like 13 and up, till my early 40s or whatever, just constantly having a girlfriend, whether I lived with them or I didn't live with them, but it was always, I was never alone for any longer than a couple months, tops. I was always hooked up with somebody in a tight relationship right away, no problem, bang, in there, done. 4 years or 8 years or 9 years, depending on what it was, right? If I didn't experience all that, I probably wouldn't be able to be at this point now where I am, like in life, right? In my experience, because it's like you kind of have to go through it. I think so. I think you have to. Yeah, I think so. Anyways. Hey, I wonder where Carrot is. All these super late night, early morning streams that I do, and just fucking with people's schedules, fucking with your schedule. Oh, let's check this out.
All right, this woman says that there's one type of person that witchcraft can't touch, and this is an interesting one I want to share with you guys.
Being from Africa, you understand quite early that witchcraft is powerful. The witches, the warlocks, the medicine man, all that type of stuff, it works. However, there's a sector of people that witchcraft cannot penetrate. And if you listen to people's testimonies, if you watch people's testimonies, if you read books, if you know people in your real life who have done this, they will all say, and there's a sector of people that they cannot penetrate at all. And it's not the people who sage their house. It's not the people that practice Reiki, that wear crystals, that are into other religions. They're not the people who practice Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism. No, it's none of these people. It's not even the people who say they are good people. They don't curse, they don't drink, they don't smoke, whatever it is. It's not those people. They are the Christians who take their walk with God seriously. Those are the people that witchcraft cannot penetrate because they are covered by the blood of Jesus.
Oh, we were talking about,
literally.
remember we were talking about that? I was saying it won't hit. You try, not like it would if you weren't covered in the blood of Christ. Was that I've rolled? Oh yeah, sorry, I reread that. Like rereading that, like I thought you left another chat there. Yeah, it's again, when you take it seriously, God gives you authority over all those demons, and it's the demons they use that they're rolling out against somebody in order to carry out a task, and that's what witchcraft is, right? Yeah, they're working with demons in order to make a thing happen, kind of saying, go there, do that, and they'll go and they'll do it, and then they come back and they attack the person they sent it after, right? But again, it's like Christ, when you take it seriously, God has given you authority over those things, so that's why it's not going to happen for, it doesn't. It's like,
The reason why, I knew it was true, but honestly, the reason why I really knew it was true was because I was into a little bit of witchcraft. Let me explain. So I was super, before I took my walk with God seriously, I was super spiritual. I was in New Age. I didn't go all the way, but I had my tippy toes in there. And one of the things that I was really into was, of course, the horoscopes, and another thing was psychic readings. And there were 2 psychics that I would go to basically tell me my path, tell me my purpose, if there was an area where I just kept going back and forth, and just tell me which path to take. And also, they were instrumental in telling me what's going on with the men that I was dating. I know. I kept dating just not great men, and I needed to know what was happening behind the scenes. And I was just nosy, and I was just heartbroken, and I needed to know what was going on when I wasn't there, right? So I would go to these psychics for all of these reasons. And I found it very interesting. And I didn't know at the moment, but when I reevaluated and when I repented for all of that, I noticed how there was this guy that I was interested in. And every time I would bring his name or little stuff about him to the psychic, both of them, I tried different times, and they would and all the readings that I got was recordings, so you could hear their voice, sometimes you could see them, and they were very perplexed. They were my spirit guides, they would just pause and do a lot of ums, and they would not be able to tell me anything about this guy. They would not.
So when she says they're spirit guides, they're called monitoring spirits, and so they're using them in order to find out information about the guy that she's dating and stuff like that, right? If you're rolling with Christ, remember how I say, any monitoring spirits in here, I break every eye, and I deafen every ear, and I bind them up, and I cast them out. That's what she's talking about. So if you're say you surround your home in a hedge of holy fire, and you're covered in the blood of Christ, and everything else about your life and your home you cover in the blood of Christ, those monitoring spirits aren't going to get in and find anything out. You know what I mean? And they'll show up in people. Sometimes you'll get someone that'll call you up out of the blue that you haven't talked to in a while, and they're asking you a bunch of questions, how you doing, this and that, right? They themselves don't know that there's a monitoring spirit that's working through them to find out information. It's sort of like a network. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is. And people don't know of each other in this network, but the monitoring spirits that work through them do. And so they'll use people in order to prompt you for information, take the information and go back to this tarot card reader, and then she'd relay that information to her, right? That's kind of how that works.
Not be able to give me an answer. They would kind of skip over him and go to the other ones. And I was frustrated. I was like, why didn't they tell me anything about this one dude? It was frustrating. And then when I repented and I started to think, I was like, wow, there was only one difference between him and the other guys, and that was, it seems as though he had a real relationship with God or some type of covering with Christ that the others did not. That was the only difference. And they could not give me any information about this guy. They could not tell me anything about this guy. It was like wall, brick wall.
Basically,
the blood of Jesus is powerful, more powerful than any witch, warlock could ever amount to.
Yeah, because exactly like I said, you know, God's given me authority over snakes and scorpions. That's why. I mean, but you know, like, what dwells within me is greater than the one in the earth. It's like trying to get little tiny creatures to try and take down, you know, the boss, right? It's like on another level. It's God is greater than everything, and so all these little snakes and scorpions have no chance. It's just they're not going to find out fuck all. It's like, yeah, it's a whole different level of things.
Just saying. I experienced it on a little sector, just a little itty bitty of experience that I experienced, and they could not even
penetrate.
They couldn't do it. They could not do it. Sometimes people, they get into witchcraft not because they were trying to harm anybody, put hexes on anybody, put love spells on anybody. They're just simply trying to gather intel so that they can move accordingly. But even when you're doing that, you're still opening doors that are not good.
No, I mean, maybe the intent is good, right? But it's where it's coming from is from a rotten place. You know what I mean?
A testament. I'm telling you, I will explain that. I'll do a story time on the craziness that it led me down. But trust me, it's no bueno. And I thought I wasn't harming nobody.
That's one of the things, man. It doesn't matter if you're African, if you're American, whatever the culture. If you're doing witchcraft, it doesn't matter how innocent you think that it is. You're still coming into agreement with these spirit guides. They're demons, right? So you could be trying to be super innocent about it. You could be really just trying to do good things. But it's like, even with, you know, Christ, all our righteousness is like filthy rags. So it doesn't matter how good you're trying to be. It's still filthy. It's still dirty. Yeah. It's obtained by illegal means, right? So, you know, you get this stolen TV, it's still stolen, right? It doesn't matter if you got the results. So the thing is, right, is the blood of Jesus, man, it's so powerful, right? She's trying to get this psychic reading, and this dude, he's covered by the blood, and these psychics can't penetrate that. I don't care how evil and demonic and wicked you are, your powers don't trump Jesus.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, we're basically we're flattening out those monitoring spirits all the time. Like every day I pray against them, you know. I own them. Like you know when you own someone, like, I mean, yeah, break every eye, right? So they can't do fuck all. They're just getting the shit kicked out of them every time they come around. Every time. You know what I mean? Was that 2 Peter 2 verse 1-3 pretty much sums up my view on YouTube evangelicals of all sorts. Oh, gotta get out my weapon and have a look at what you mean. Oh, by the way, remember I said I was concerned about today having to hand over an object to somebody, and I didn't want them bringing the cursed one around and trying to pawn it off of me? Well, I did exactly what I said I was going to do. Is I went after the principalities that were plotting and scheming against me, that were going to use them in order to do it. It did exactly what I wanted it to do. Exactly. They didn't even bring it. Didn't ask, didn't bring it, didn't say anything. They just took it and looked at me, you know. He looked at me with a bit of fear, didn't know what to think, but I could see it, you know. It's the look that I'm getting from these people is, oh fuck, he's on to us, he knows, and I'm afraid as to what he's going to say, what he's going to do, all the things, right? Yeah, it's the same thing, but they didn't even bother. because I flattened out the things that were plotting and scheming against me through them. So it's like, yo, I'm not afraid. Hell no. That was a great example of what God could do. Yeah, great example of it. So it's here. Let's look at Peter 2, verse 1 to 3. I'll have to go to the, let's see here. Oh, my eyes are all messed up from looking at the screen. Looks like lines going across it. Like my eyes focus. 985. Let's see. Yeah. Hang on. Getting closer. My hands are all weird. My fingers is hard to like grab pages. Okay. 2 Peter. Okay. Were we 1 to 3? Oh, 2? 1 to 3? But there were... Okay, get my eyes to focus here. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in... Oh, jeez, I need better light. Damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. And many shall follow their pernicious ways. There we go. Now I can start to see my eyes are focusing. The screen's screwy up. The monitors. By reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. And through the it is a T. And through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingering not, and their damnation slumbereth not. Yeah, TV Evangelist, holy fuck, eh? Actual, like that guy, who's that freaky guy who was saying, who had a plane or something, had his own plane, he said he didn't want to travel with people, it's like being in a tube full of demons or something. I remember that. He's got the crazy eyes and everything, and that guy looks demonic as hell. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. We'll find him after this. But
right, and that's why we gotta walk in.
This guy, he's not really an evangelist. I think he's just a Christian, just talking about shit. You know what I mean? He's like somebody who's learning, somebody who's got questions. Basically, but this guy doesn't have answers, he's got questions. You know what I'm saying? That's what this guy's about. Yeah. It's like me, I don't have a bunch of answers. I got questions, I've got questions, I've got stories, I've got what I've learned so far, what I've applied, how it's working. I can tell stories about, what's going on. I can share experiences. You know what I mean? I'm sharing my experiences with you guys, and letting you know what I know so far, that's about it. But it's like that, right? We're all kind of talking, sort of thing. I see all of them in the same way. Generally, distrust and skepticism of their intent. Yeah, it's like. I see what you're saying. I do. But you gotta, you know what? It's like this. I've been asking God over and over again for more, for better discernment. And that's just basically what you gotta do. Because then things become a lot clearer. And you don't have to, it's like this. It's like, you can listen to this guy talk, And you can, take things that he's saying with a grain of salt, knowing that it's coming from a place of, still learning about his own religion, right? And you can see that, okay, maybe he's wrong there. Or, yeah, he brought up something good, interesting. But it's not about judging the guy, right? It's about we're all sharing. We're all sharing. And we're all trying to figure this out together. And we all got each other's backs, is the idea. And then you get this fucker. Here, hang on. Then you get this. And this is what you're talking about. Evangelist. Airplane tube with demons. YouTube interview. I wonder if it'll pick it up like this. Yep. Now,
how are you, sir? We just like.
Now, this is the kind of TV evangelist that you're talking about. Tell me if I'm wrong.
We'd just like to ask you about why you don't want to fly commercial. Why have you said that you won't fly commercial? You said that it's like getting into a tube with a bunch of demons. Why do you think that?
No, listen to me just a second. Of course. Not the people.
You see this guy's eyes? He's got fucking trippy eyes, bro. Like really trippy eyes. I don't know, like really trippy. Like to me, I could like take it another level and say he looks like a snake or demonic even, or he's just got really trippy eyes. But watch him, he looks messed up. He looks like if you just gave him a red face and horns, he's got that look on his face.
The main reason is because of the need. If I flew commercial, I'd have to stop 65% of what I'm doing. That's really the main.
Isn't it true that you want to fly commercial so that you can fly in luxury? How much money did you pay for Tyler Perry's Gulfstream jet, for example?
Well, for example, that's really none of your business, but...
Isn't it the business of your donors?
Listen, I paid. You kind of caught me off guard here, okay?
Certainly. Well, if you'd like to come out here, I'd like to give you a chance to...
Like Peter Popoff. Who's that? What a name, eh? I know, right?
to catch your breath and have a conversation. We don't want to catch you off guard.
I love Inside Edition. You got to get this now. Hey, you listening to me? My wife thinks Inside Edition is, oh yeah. Now, thank you, Lord. Help me. Let me pray this thing.
Well, let me just ask you a really simple question. A lot of people think it's unbecoming for a preacher to live a life of luxury and to fly around in private jets. What's your response to that?
Very simple. It takes a lot of money to do what we do. We have brought over 100, let's see.
When you pray, you shall not be like the hypocrites. They love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the street corners to be seen by men. Oh yeah, hey? Well, again, there's a lot of people that are doing it for other reasons, for prideful reasons. And they're going to twist shit, right? Yeah.
The latest figures just came out.
Matthew 6:5.
122 million people to the Lord Jesus Christ. Let me give you another example. Last May, I was scheduled for Lagos, Nigeria. That's a long ways. I had a week off, and I was scheduled for Peru. And I prayed about it, and I thought, I'm not missing that dedication in Jerusalem. Without the airplane that we have, that I bought from Tyler Perry, and I didn't pay anywhere. And Tyler's one of the greatest guys.
We're going to have to look up that scripture there. Matthew 6:5. Matthew 6 has many lessons of this nature, or statements, I should say. Yeah, you got to pray for discernment, because that's the thing that's going to get you through those types of things, right? Otherwise, you're not going to want to listen to anyone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's like this. It's like you see one TV evangelist push some shit that is, you know, that is demonically influenced by a Pharisee's demon, right? Who is twisting scripture to, you know, manipulate people in every shape and form, right? And a lot of times with a TV evangelist, it's to get money out of you, you know, to scare you, to twist it up, and to try and farm cash out of you, right? And if you know that, and you see it's all you see on TV and everything else, then you're going to stop trusting anybody that's speaking about God, you know. So it's like praying for discernment, and asking for more and more and more, you know, discernment from God is what's going to help you through that, because then you'll be able to see, you know, you'll be able to tell, right? Because then you can still learn something from somebody. You can still listen to somebody, and it's not going to screw up your head. Yeah, because that's why people are going to be afraid of even listening to an evangelist, right? Because they don't want to be misled. But if you got discernment, you won't be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then again, you don't want to get into the habit of damning people at all. You don't want to do that. You don't want to use scripture and say that person's rotten. Because no, actually the person's not rotten, but that demon that's, you know, being manifested around and within them is lying to this person. And that's a rotten demon, yeah, for sure. And you want to pray to get that demon off of that preacher or off of that man of God. You know what I mean? And then pray to give that man of God some discernment and cover him in the blood of Christ. Because that's the whole fight, right? Yeah, that's the truth, bro. Yeah, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. And I got lots more to learn, but I'm sure of it, right?
He made that airplane so cheap for me, I couldn't help but buy it.
Well, my question then, okay, all right, but I want to get to the...
There's a guy in my building that has that same demon in him. I can tell. I see it. I see that same frickin' demon, that exact one. I can see it the way he's doing this, the way he's talking, the way he's doing. The mannerism is right there. It's the exact same mannerism. Exact same mannerism. Yeah. You know what I ended up doing finally? First I was praying to keep this man away from me. And I stopped talking to him and stuff. Then when he came up to me a couple of times, the first time he came up, and he almost had me agree to something. And then after that I rebuked it. You know, it was like saying, I'll buy you lunch, we'll catch up type thing. And I was just like, you know, I wanted to get away from the dude, right? And then when I saw him again, I literally used the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth and backed him away. And then I asked God to put, literally put the cross of Jesus Christ between me and that man. And that was the deciding thing. That was the hugest factor. The guy can't come near me. He looks terrified. Every time he sees me, he doesn't even talk to me. He stays as far away from me as he can, like he's avoiding something very dangerous. I could see it. But he's got the same damn mannerism as this guy has, the way he's talking to this woman right now. This is what I'm saying. I recognize these different demons in people. It's as if they're right there. It's as if it's somebody you know deeply. Yeah. And I think that's why God has put me in the path of destruction over and over and over again.
Demons, because people are very concerned about that comment.
Give me a chance here, Inside Edition. I love your eyes. And here's what happened. We flew in 21 days, 70 hours, 40,000 miles, touched 5 continents, and preached face to face personally with 125,000 people.
Do you ever Do you ever use your private jets to go visit your vacation homes, for example?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Again, getting back to the
Statements,
comment.
I should say,
You said
yeah.
that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
Wow. You know what I mean? He's on the spot, eh? He's really on the spot, and he's not, doesn't even know how to handle it. He's kind of winging it, right? Now, right now, this is an attempt to sort of like a power reversal, because he knows that he's in the hot seat, she's on to him, and right now he's doing a lot of gaslighting, right? It's like being on the stand and guilty, right? Not knowing how to handle it, but this cure is an attempt to restore power and to get himself an upper hand if he can convince her that she's done something wrong, right? But this is a bit of the Leviathan right here. Look at that.
We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but principalities and powers.
Can you explain what you meant by that?
Sorry. He's not accustomed to anything outside an obedient, captive audience. Yeah, absolutely. And right now he's doing a Pharisees thing, right? It's like it is. It totally is. He's trying to manipulate the situation. He's in a place where he has to, and he's trying everything. He's trying every angle with her right now.
By that term, then, just explain, because it's really simple. You said you didn't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. What did you mean?
Well, let me ask you.
Do you think that people that fly commercial are demons?
If you give me a chance to talk, sweetheart, I'll explain this to you. But it's a biblical thing. It's a spiritual thing. It doesn't have anything to do with people. I love people. Jesus loves people.
Oh my God, it's the dude in my building. Just the mannerism of the way, you know what I mean? It's there. It's like, I know that motherfucker. Sorry. How about no, you reporter later. Reporter lady. I can't talk, man. I can't even read. Yeah, no shit, right?
But people...
Did you see that? He's mad.
Get pushed in alcohol. Do you think that's a good place for a preacher to be and prepare to go preach to a lot of people when somebody in there is dragging some woman down an aisle? It made me so mad to see that on television. I wanted to punch the guy out myself. I can't.
Yeah, he's doing his onstage show. Yeah, he is. He totally is. Because that's all he does. He doesn't preach, he performs. Yeah. He does. So this is the thing. This is what you're talking about. This is the kind of thing that you hate. This is a TV evangelist. This is someone that just goes around manipulating people. You know what I mean? He's not a man of God. He's a man of Satan.
Can't be doing that while I'm getting ready to preach.
And I don't, again, it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, if we prayed for him, we could put we could really give that demon that's got a hold of this guy a real bad time. A really bad time. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? If I myself just sat here and prayed over the guy from here, just in my thoughts, just imagining him and just talking to God, saying, hey, let's do something about this, right? It's going to give this demon a real hard time in the spirit realm. It's not this man. This man is given a series of yeses, though. And he's been tricked into giving a series of yeses. in order to be able to possess this guy. And you can see it. You can see it in his eyes and his smile. The way it's the mannerism. It's the facial expressions. Something's got him. Something has him. But it's not the man. It's what's in him. It's the principalities, yeah. And you can make a difference. You can make a difference. You could get that shit up and off of him. You really can, yeah.
So you just don't like to be around the sinful people or the hurtful people. Is that what you're saying?
Not the people, baby. Not the people.
Yeah, he wants to say that. Okay, so I guess what he wants to get off is this, is that he wants to prepare for a sermon, and in order to do that, he feels that he can't be around other people because other people are being influenced demonically, which means that other people are carrying demons with them, and they're going to attack the preacher man while he's trying to prepare for speaking to the masses, right? It's like he wants to shelter himself from all the demons that people are bringing around with him. That's the point he wants to try and make, but he's not having an easy time doing it. You know what I mean? I don't know why that is, but this is the argument that he's trying to go for, right? Pop-Off is another one. He has a different game though. He was one of those faith healers, got busted by an equally controversial magician, James Randi. Really, eh? See, the thing is if he was, deep in to what he says he was, these things wouldn't want to be anywhere near him, these demons, I think some of the people that would be around him would be even relieved of it, because when there's a man that's heavily a man of God, the demons don't really want to go and mess around with them too much, right? If they know that they're outpowered, let's just say. You know what I mean? It's just like that, right? Lame excuse, because if he was a man of God, no demonic influence could touch him to begin with. Oh yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, and then I read what you said. So yeah, exactly, yes, exactly. You said it before I even finished my sentence. You said it first. Yeah, it's true. It is true, yeah. But he's like really caught in his words here. He really is. Probably because, I don't know. I really don't know. But this is the kind of evangelist. This is what you're talking about.
During the days that we couldn't do anything.
Am I right?
Travel commercial. When I went to Oral Roberts University, I flew for Oral Roberts. I'm a commercial pilot. So I spent a lot of time in there.
You have how many planes? We have
the Gulfstream, and we still have our Citation 10. And then we have a little small airplane. But those are the two ones that we use, and we use them all the time. And other people use them too. We have other ministries that use these. In the book of Ephesians, oh God, I love this. We wrestle not with people, but with principalities and powers.
Yeah, it's like, you see, but for some reason he can't explain this shit, or he doesn't want to say it. You know what I mean? It's almost like he doesn't want to explain it. Something is stopping him from saying all of what we're just discussing, blatantly, right? Was that just blatantly? I read blatantly at the same time I said that. Just a real blatant example. There are many who are more sly as the devil, some might say. Yeah, it's true. Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, it's funny though. Yeah, he doesn't want to say, almost like he wants to keep that to himself, like he's just mentioning little bits of it, but he can't get right into it, right? What's he worried about? I mean, if he's a preacher, he should be preaching that shit widely. Right? I spend all my donation money lavishly. Would go well. Yeah, it wouldn't go well. Yeah, no shit, right? Yeah. Fuck, man.
Unseen things. Rulers of the darkness of this world. Talking about the devil. He's a very real devil. Just the same as Jesus is a very real Lord. And I spent a lot of time on airlines. But the main thing that happened was not, that wasn't the main reason. The main reason was I could no longer do what I called to do and be on the airlines. Besides that, I need my clothes when I get there.
And you have some fancy clothes. I mean, for a pastor, you are living a life of luxury. You've got great homes, you've got great planes, you drive in limos, and
I'm a very wealthy man.
You're a very wealthy man.
Yes.
Yeah. And some people would say that is it appreciated?
May I add something to that? My wealth doesn't come from offerings alone.
Where does it come from?
Because you sell things, books and DVDs.
Yes. And I have a lot of natural gas on our property. Didn't know that, did you, babe?
Now I do.
Yeah, you do. Isn't that wonderful?
Well, I guess.
Holy fuck, I
Wonderful
see
for you.
that. Dude, that exact expression. The dude in my building. Same damn demon. It's got to be the same one, man. Yeah, like I said, I see them pop up in people and I recognize them. I don't know who they are or anything, but I recognize them. Now you do, LOL. Come on, dude. Yeah. He's just trying to make it look like right now she's trying to frame him as somebody that is rich because he's been taking and manipulating people for the money. Now he's trying to say that it came from somewhere else. It's not him that's doing it, or he's not getting it from the people. It's just back and forth on you're a shyster. No, I'm not. You know what I mean?
And I might add another thing too. We invest.
So what afforded you that land, and with all the natural gas, preacher man? Yeah, no shit, right? Donations, book sales.
From let's see, I don't know the exact number of last year yet, but it will run something in the neighborhood of 25 million in the poor.
Jesus.
You can't do that and be broke.
So final question is, a lot of people maybe have a misunderstanding then about what you do in prosperity preaching. So the final question is this.
Prosperity
to those
preaching.
critics that say that a preacher should not be living a life of luxury, what is your response to that?
They're wrong.
Why? Why are they
It's
wrong?
a misunderstanding of the Bible.
Oh shit.
That if you go into the old covenant, do you think the Jewish people believe you should be broke?
Was it can't do that with a book? Is that what he just said? I think that's what he said.
Are you saying that Jewish people appreciate money more than... Really?
They believe in wealth.
Some people would find that offensive.
No, wait a minute now. I'm not talking about some people. I'm talking about the Bible. The blessing of Abraham. Abraham was extremely wealthy, and he had a covenant with God. It's not the Jewish blessing, it's the Abrahamic blessing. God, I get excited talking about it because I love it. And I started out deep in debt with nothing, which is another story. But anyway.
So you say that it's biblical and that there's a foundation in the Bible for this.
Let me close it with this.
Let me close it with this.
I had to learn this, like I said, from the Bible and from my spiritual mentor, Oral Roberts. And I learned it from him, working with him, and then he was close friends until he died. Huh. And he took the same heat for believing God would prosper you that I've taken over the years. And Abraham was a very, very wealthy man.
Remember what Coward was talking about last stream? About debt and money and currency and it being a demon itself? And that, we were having a good talk about that. I was just thinking about that. Yeah. No, this guy's definitely got something that's riding along with him. Fuck, eh?
Galatians chapter 3. If you belong to Christ, then are you Abraham's seed and heirs according to his promise. And his promise was great wealth.
The Bible also says that it's more difficult for a rich man to get into heaven than it is for a camel to get through the eye of a needle, correct?
Oh, yeah. The scripture. But he said, all things are possible with God. And he said, if you study the Greek behind that, it's trusting in wealth. When he said that, his disciples said they were astonished out of measure because they were wealthy men. They were astonished out of measure, saying, how can anyone be saved? He said, all things are possible.
Those eyes, man. Those eyes. That is so crazy, bro.
Both of my grandfathers were preachers. They were both very poor. They lived simple, modest lives. They were
Oh, look at the look on his face. Oh, shit.
extremely offended by men that made money like you do, preaching like you do. What would your response be to people that think that preachers shouldn't live this kind of a lifestyle? Folks like both my grandfathers.
And I understand that. And I love them with all my heart. It's your grandfathers that we're standing on their shoulders. They held up and they stood for it. Glory to God. But when you go back to the Bible, it's full of wealth. And it's full of miracles and signs and wonders. And it's full of goodness. And it's full of meanness. It's just full of hell on earth. Those are the demons, not the people. I love the people.
Again, getting back to... Sir, thank you so much for your time
What's your
today.
name?
Lisa Guerrero.
Lisa, God bless. Father bless Lisa today. Thank you for her grandparents. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to know her and to her team. And I pray and I believe her piece will be successful. I love Inside Edition. I love the people on it. And it thrills me to get a chance to have my face on Inside Edition.
Thank you very much.
He's not even praying. He's just fucking performing like you're saying, eh? But yeah, so that's the TV evangelist. You know what I mean? That's a lot different than, you know, just listening to Christians talk and trying to figure shit out, right? You know what I mean? Well, if if you sold your book for $1 and your following includes an audience of 444,000 on YouTube and 18,000 in person at a conference and over 800 million viewers globally, 25 mil is easy. Yeah, man, you know, I don't know. Either way, I mean, it boils down to this. He's not on the up and up, right? We all know he's been manipulating people, and someone who's a man of God isn't going to do that for real. You know what I mean? Because they know better. They know that it's not right. They know that they're going to pay for it if they do, and they wouldn't be doing what they're trying to do properly, right? So yeah, that's an evangelist, motherfuckers. That guy's gonna have a real bad time in life. Let's just say. Look at that lift, say. Oh my God, fucking Smokies. But yeah, hang on, I gotta piss again. All this coffee and shit's just running through me like hell, like crazy. Oops, gotta get that right so I don't screw that up. Hang on, I'll be right back. Oh, that's better. Holy cow. Boy, I had to go. Yeah, that was just like, ouch. Yeah, man. Dude. So, demons have a smell. There's a few different scents. And particularly the ones that I experience are hot electronics, like almost like burning hair and electronics, right? And then sweet smells like perfume kind of thing, right? The sweet smells are to kind of lull you into a sense of, oh, everything is good, right? And then like the burning electronic smells, all that, you know, without a source. Those ones I get around here, not where, okay, it's like this. It's like I'll wake up to it, I'll pray, and it'll go away. You know, anytime I smell it, I know something's around, and I'll pray, and it'll disappear. And the more that I've been praying, the more that I've been covering myself and my home in the blood of Christ, and the more that I've been putting up a hedge of holy fire around my place, the more and more that this smell is getting pushed now out of the hallways upstairs from in this building, which this building is thick with stuff, I'll tell you. Now it's super concentrated on the first floor. It literally, here's the reason I'm saying this is it's the most bizarre thing on the planet to actually have a revelation that it is moving, and it's happening as I'm praying. It's moving. It's like pushing it away. To have a scent that is filling the room, all of a sudden gone. You know what I mean? To have a scent that would be in the hallway, and the more you work on it, the further away it goes. It just blows my mind, and it just tells me that there's some shit going on, and this scent really is a sign of a demonic entity around. And before then, I would have never believed it. I would have just taken it as, it's impossible. You know what I mean? But the more that I've been experiencing this, the more mind blown I am by it. Yeah, for sure. Right now, it's super concentrated on the first floor, like heavily. I went to get my mail, and I walked down in there. I was just like, woo! I was like, holy cow! Yeah, yeah. It was pretty nuts. Yeah, I should actually try and go down there and see what I can see what happens if I pray down there on that first floor, and then come back and do it a couple more times and come back and see if it goes anywhere, just to see, right? I mean, what can it hurt? Huh. That's actually a really good idea. If I just keep fucking plunking around my guitar every live stream, I'll start to get better at playing again. Yeah. I think so. I think that's what's going to do it. Yeah, absolutely. So are we at 6 o'clock in the morning already? But it's so dark out, I don't get it. It should be bright or something, no? When does the sun usually come out around this time of the year? You're not far from me. It'd be the same for you. Actually, what time is it for you right now? It's 6:04 a.m. here. Same time zone, eh? Is it dark where you are right now? Yeah, but I can tell the sunrise is on its way. Is it? Man, I'm so used to like, oh good, the sun's coming up, 8 o'clock, we'll go and buy a big bag of Doritos, and I'm not doing that anymore. No, I'm like, screw this, I'm gonna cut it right out of my diet. I've had enough. Yeah. I've been eating oatmeal again. But you know what? I haven't been putting sugar on it or anything. You know what? I've been eating it. It's weird, but it's like I went the salty route instead. Instead of making it a sweet thing, I've been like, this is going to sound messed up, dude. But it's actually really good. Just think of it. Oatmeal is pretty much plain, right? Like it's like there's no real, it's neutral. It's a neutral thing, like bread. Right? Like bread. Bread, you can put anything on it. You know, you can put jam and peanut butter. You can have salty things and meat and different things and cheese and stuff. You get it, right? So, oatmeal being like that, oatmeal was served as a savory dish back in the day? Really? With what? Like, how is it prepared? Because I was going to say, I've been putting fucking soy sauce on it, and then squirting mustard on top and eating it like that. Yeah, it's actually like really good. How was it served back in the day as a savory dish? What did they put on it? I'm like digging it. Yeah, oatmeal. Yeah, I'm digging it. Yeah, savory gruel was a popular cheap dish during the 17th and 18th century. Really, eh? That's what gruel was? It was oatmeal. Have you ever eaten it raw? It's actually really good. Yeah, I've taken mouthfuls of it and chewed it up and everything. It's actually really good like that. Usually bits of meat or drippings of fat. Oh, that sounds good actually. Like really good. Gruel is like soupy oatmeal. Fuck, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it now. I am, yeah. I totally am. I need to go and get some sardines and try that shit out. Like I said, I haven't eaten a sardine yet. I was always turned off. I was like, oh, there's a whole fish there. I'm like, what am I going to chew up its eyes and its brain and skull and things? I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to try that. Yeah, I'm curious. Maybe around 8 o'clock I will go to No Frills there and pick up some. I gotta pick up some food anyways for today. Yeah. You can recreate savory gruel except better tasting with a can of French onion soup. Oh, and a quarter cup of oats. Really? French onion soup and a quarter cup of oats. That sounds amazing. Wow. I didn't know you could. I never even thought of buying a can of French onion soup. Never thought of buying French onion soup. Like I've had onion soup, like, you know, with if it's condensed soup, be sure to add 1 can of water to the soup base. Damn. That sounds like a good idea. I might just try that, yeah. I might, yeah. Whoops. I'm getting hungry, man. I'm getting hungry, all this talk about gruel. And sardines. And weird shit. Right? Let's see what's going on YouTube now. What's it gonna feed us? What's it gonna throw up at us? Some more of this fat woman. Oh.
I want you to hear me very clearly when I say this. Criticism delivered in hatred is not correction, it's a curse. This is probably one of the sneakiest manipulation tactics I see in people, especially Christian. One of the fundamental things about being a Christian is having a humble heart, being open to correction and not being prideful. And of course, following Jesus, these are the things you want to avoid. If that's a part of yourself, you don't want it to be a part of yourself. So you're going to be sensitive to that. Correction with love is what the Bible says to do. And that is basically saying to somebody, look, this is not good for you. You're heading down the wrong path, or this is incorrect. Out of love, out of a place that wants to help that person heal or grow. Criticism delivered in hatred is a curse on your life, and here's where you need to be able to discern the difference, know what to accept and what to rebuke. I'm going to speak a truth to you right now. Rebuking something that someone is trying to speak over you, rebuking insults, rebuking curses, and refusing to be gaslit is not defensive or prideful. That's wisdom, and that is survival, quite literally. Yeah. Because if you took on everything everybody said, you wouldn't even know who you were. There are people out there that purely just want to humble you. They're either jealous of you, they don't like you, you know, maybe they see something in you that's threatening to themselves, and they just want to humble you. They just want to tear you down, and they're going to do so with their words. And if you're getting it from a Christian, it's even worse, because when you refuse to accept their curses or their insults or their plain lies, they will say, oh, you're defensive, you're prideful, that's not the Holy Spirit, you're refusing correction. And this is where Christian narcissism enters the chat. There is a huge difference between saying to someone, for example, you need to not be cheating on your wife or your husband because that's adultery and you are going to destroy your relationship and your marriage. I'm saying that to you out of love. You are heading down the wrong path. Versus, for example, someone saying to you, you're not really out of addiction. You're not really out of witchcraft. You're deceived. You've got a demon in you. You need deliverance. Now, you already know that's a lie. And then when you refuse to take that on, they will turn around and say, defensive, prideful, that's a Jezebel spirit. I love that. This is where you need to be able to discern, okay? God did not say, let anybody and everybody speak over you. It says, iron sharpens iron, meaning two with the same intention, two of the Holy Spirit. And a lot of the time when people are standing there cussing you out, insulting you, claiming that they're correcting you, it is an outright curse on your life that you do not have to accept. Know who you are in Christ Jesus, first and foremost. Be open to correction, of course. Be open to criticism, but do not be open to being gaslit, insulted, put down and cursed. Know when to receive it and when to rebuke it. That is spiritual maturity, my friends.
Yeah, she's straight up. This chick knows her shit. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. 100%. She's 100% dead on right about this. You know what I mean? Was it cooks up in like a few minutes on the stove, throw in the oats for 1 minute, put it in a bowl and add some butter. Pretty good for how cheap it is. Dude, I am literally gonna buy that stuff and make that today. You've got me like sold on it, dude. Like big time, bro. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Oh, my mouth's watering just thinking about it. Yeah. Oops. Come on, Mark. That's a hard riff for me to play right now. It's surprisingly good. I made it as an experiment. Really? So this was your recipe and it worked out really well. Saw it in old cookbooks. No way. Really? My mouth is like watering. So I just keep swallowing. I'm like, I want food now. I want food. Yeah. But I didn't have a 17th century ingredient, so I took modern versions. Should try and find something like that, a book online that has those recipes, just so I can keep referring back to them. Or I'd have to come back to chat here just to pick it up and do it right. Yeah. Oh, why my guts hurt so much? I must be stressed or something. Yeah, I think so. For some reason. Like some versions have salt pork, but the stuff in the supermarket isn't what it was back then. Just go back in a time machine just to eat some good gruel and then come back. Like some sort of a trip. One day they just got rides like that. Take the old ride down to the 17th century. So a modern replacement would be like US bacon. Oh my god, bacon. I haven't had meat in so long, bro. Not at all. That shit's expensive. It's just been... Yeah, I've just been eating everything, protein out of all kinds of things, but not meat. I don't know what my system would do. Probably love me. I would love to be on a fucking, what do you call it, a carnivore diet. I don't even cook in here. Just because of, you know, the whole idea of cockroaches and shit. My kitchen is spotless. I don't have dishes in the cupboard for them to eat off of. I don't have anything. It's the only thing I got is locked up in the fridge. And I use my kettle. That's about it for things. Yeah. So either it's something that's been heated up using hot water from my kettle, or it's something I've eaten that is just literally a cold meal. And that's all I've been doing, because I'm like, fuck the bugs. I'm like, I'm going to survive this. I don't want any of that gross shit going on. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't have anything real normal going on in my kitchen at all. It's terrible. I'd like to move. I really would. But it's like, I don't want to go through all this trouble to move just to find out I'm in the same damn position again. You know what I mean? It's kind of disheartening. So, I'm not even properly cooking or anything like that. Don't use my stove. I just feel that the bugs have taken over, and the only reason I don't see them is because I don't have anything for them. Yeah, except they'll try and get water from around the sink or something, but every time I see them, it's like, bang! Yeah, dead! Yeah, for sure. I hate it. I've adapted, but I hate it. Yeah, for sure. Can do it in a microwave too, but it's trick here. I don't even have a microwave. But that's a good idea. Oh yeah, those little bastards are in my stove. They just go wherever the fuck they want. And it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with this building. They live in the walls. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. That and little mice and shit like that. But I make sure that there's not much opportunity or reason for them to be in here. Yeah, that's the only thing I could do. Yeah. But it really meant getting rid of my dishes. Because they just go in there and they eat. Well, doesn't matter how much you wash your dishes, there's still little microscopic things that you don't know that you didn't get, and they're all over your dishes trying to eat it, and then they shit and they lay eggs everywhere, and then you're consuming that, and it's just like, fuck that. Yeah, I fucking hate it. Now I'm not hungry anymore. I'm just talking about it. Yeah, it's not cool. It can make me kind of angry when I think about this guy taking all this money from me for rent and all the things and what he's left me to live in, you know? But if I would tell him, get rid of this shit, all they do is he'd have somebody, spray jockeys, come in here and poison me. It's like, if because this is how he deals with it. He laces the apartment with poison, and that means everything. That means they'll squirt it in my electronics, everywhere, so that the bugs won't come out of the walls into the building or into my apartment, and he'll go, there, see? But then I'm poisoned. My skin's burning, it's all on my feet, it's everywhere. All over your dishes, they just fuck you right up. It's not even worth it. It's like, there's just no way around it. There's no good way around it. I think what I'm doing is probably the closest thing I could come to adapting to it, yeah. With a kettle, all I can think of is soup mix. Put that in a bowl. Oh, yeah. Heat up the water, pour it in boiling, and then let the oats soak in it until it's soft. That's a great idea, dude. I could just get it in soup mix. That's what I'm going to do. Plus, I'm going to buy like one can of fucking, whatever, what do you call them? What are they called again? Sardines. Yeah, I'm going to try and eat a whole can of sardines and see how that goes as well. I'm going to do that, yeah. Speaking of which, it's almost 6:30. I should probably get off stream. I see the sun is coming up. And I think I got to lay down on my side or something. My guts are just hurting. Yeah, I'm just feeling a lot of like abdominal pain for some reason, yeah. I don't know if it's stress or what it is, but it sucks right now. I've just been sitting here in pain this whole time. It's kind of, yeah, smiling through it and shit. Yeah. Dude, thanks for hanging out with me again tonight. You've been the only one that's here the whole time. My buddy Pre-Posterone. Yeah, I've known you for a while now, eh? We've been hanging out on stream for very long. Get to feeling better. I'll catch you next time. I will. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Yeah, I'll catch you later on. I guess tonight, tomorrow morning-ish, when I go on. The same thing. Same bat time, same bat place-ish. Somewhere around there, yeah. And we'll do this again. This has been a really great stream. It's been really great hanging out with you, buddy. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And I look just haggard now. I'm all fucking hurting. I'm like, ow! Ow! Yeah. Okay, and for anybody that's watching the video on demand in that, pop into my live stream when you get a chance to, and come meet me and meet my friend Pre-Posterone, and you know, Coward pops in, and same with I'm trying to remember everybody's on-screen name there. 88 Bands, who's also Keen. What was the name? The other guy, Keenu, or I keep getting his name wrong. Dried Skinks. There's like there's a whole bunch of them. There's a whole bunch of us that hang out in here. And we just sit and we shoot the shit and we go online, we look at stuff and that. We have a good time in that. So it's like, try and catch the next live stream and pop in and say, hi, Mark. Pop into my chat. You're more than welcome to hang out with the gang. Yeah, we got a little circle of friends going on here. And so, hi, I'm Mark. I'm your parasocial friend on the internet. And yeah, we're all here to entertain. So yeah, you have a good night, Pre-Posterone. Peace, love you, buddy. Hell yeah. See you, man.